Searching the Northwest to bring you the biggest variety in sports. Northwest Television Sports brings you the rejoicing of victory, the frustration of defeat, the drama of competition. This is Northwest Sports.
Northwest Television Sports is proud to bring you Western Oregon University coming up next.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to MacArthur Field. I'm Matt Palumbo alongside Michael Brown here for KWVT Channel 17, which will be the final conference game of the GNAC Conference between Western Oregon and Simon Fraser. Simon Fraser is boasting a 1-5 record. Western Oregon coming in with a 2-5 record, coming off a tough road loss last week up in Central Washington, and Simon Fraser losing to Angelo State. It's going to be a game, basically, will be found running the football on both sides. Or Amari Land and Andrew Valadares expect to see the ball in their hands a lot today, and same goes for Simon Fraser. All the action's coming up next on KWVT. We'll send it up to the booth and Michael Brown for some brownie points before we start this game here, live on KWVT.
Proud to announce the top 5 reasons WOU is for you. Small classes mean your professors know you by name. You'll fall in love with our beautiful campus. The campus community will become like family. WOU's degree programs train you for the work you want. Monmouth is one of the safest cities in Oregon. Plan your visit to WOU today.
Good afternoon, everybody. As Matt said, it's going to be a great matchup between Simon Fraser from Canada and the Western Oregon Wolves today. He's going to be back up in the booth in a second. Brownie points are very simple today. Each team needs to get control of the ground. Western Oregon was able to rush for over 300 yards in the previous game this season, and they're going to look to do the same, work it on the ground with Amari Land, Andrew Valadares, and the rest of the team, and keep it going. Simon Fraser did pass the ball quite a bit last game, and they're going to try to continue that as well. Should look for an exciting matchup today here in Monmouth. As they're going through some things on the field right now, getting ready for the national anthem, welcoming Matt back to the booth. So we see what's happening on the field right now. Welcome back, Matty.
Michael, I can't tell you how nice it is to be here on October 30th. I guess we're dressed up like a couple of sports broadcasters today, and we're going to do what we like to do. Western Oregon, I can tell you right now, I think you're going to see a literal plethora of this entire program play today. You were talking about only 6 or 7 seniors on this entire squad today. We'll take a moment for the national anthem. stirring renditions of the Canadian national anthem and the national anthem of the United States, Michael, preceding the last conference game that the GNAC Conference will see this season as Central Washington in their victory versus Western Oregon last week. They wrapped up their 4th straight conference championship. And Western Oregon, I think, kind of turns a new page today for this program, Michael. As I said, I think we're going to see a lot of different players playing a lot of different positions.
A lot of different positions, some players out, and trying some new players in positions as it's getting to the end of the season, looking forward to the future. And with just 7 seniors, I believe, on the Western Oregon team, a chance for the younger players to get in the game and get some work for down the road for the future.
Curtis Anderson, Jalen Parnell, looks like Amari Land and Jacob Pruitt all out for the coin toss. As the toss goes up, we'll wait and see the outcome of that, see who's going to get the ball first.
The toss has deferred. Simon Fraser will receive.
Western Oregon does win the coin toss. They'll defer to the second half. Simon Fraser will get the ball first. Michael, I got to say right now, after going through 2 back-to-back weeks in conference play, seeing the same opponent and giving up nearly 100 points, it's probably going to be a welcome sight to see Simon Fraser, an opponent that they own a 24-10 record and have outscored nearly by 400 points during that series.
Yeah, Simon Fraser could be a great team for Western Oregon to play today, just to get their groove back. Odd month of having 3 weeks of just Central Washington. So for the fans, family, the coaches, and the team, it's a nice change up to get back to some different competition. And again, they do have a win against them already this season, 24-7. So they're trying to improve on what they did earlier this season and see how much better the team is at this point.
Special teams unit comes out for Western Oregon. Looking back deep for Simon Fraser, number 11, Robert Meadows. Excuse me, Mike. We've been working with the names here. Meters, wide receiver, 6', 290-pound junior from Vancouver, Washington, and Heritage High School. Western Oregon wearing their red home uniforms with gray pants and their white helmets with a red W in the middle. Short kickoff will go to Meters. Meters will pick it up around the 10-yard line. And Simon Fraser will have its first possession of the game. Poor tackling by the special teams will give Simon Fraser the ball in their opening possession on the 28-yard line.
Nothing better for Simon Fraser to come out with an exciting play there. Just looks like they're going to get a short kick return, and Meters able to spin around and gain another 10 yards after first contact, setting up the Western Oregon defense, trying to stop Simon Fraser at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Clan.
Players to watch today, playing somewhat out of position. Look at number 20 right off the bat. Darren Ulrich Jr., defensive back, freshman from Vancouver, Washington, and Union High School at the bottom of your screen. Cyber will hand it off to his trusty running back, Somto. Have we agreed what we're going to say? We did not get a pronunciation on it, Mike.
Onyedike.
Onyedike
just up the middle for a short loss. Not able to even get out of the backfield as the Western Oregon defensive line got penetration and a tackle in the backfield, setting up a 2nd and 13 for Simon Fraser. Simon Fraser from Burnaby, Canada.
Cyber will be in the shotgun. Little pressure being shown. He's going to pass on 2nd down, being flushed out and out of his left, looking downfield, and he's going to be hit, and it's going to go for a tackle for a loss, and it is going to be James Duane, linebacker, 6'2", freshman, Medford, Oregon, and from South Medford High School with the sack.
And as Cyber is getting to the outside, it looks like he has a chance to get down the field, but decides there's nothing there, and a great tackle by the defense, setting up a very long 3rd down for Simon Fraser as they're trying to get their groove in this game, hoping to pick up a 1st down with long distance and make that 1st down.
Big absence in the middle of the field today. I was up at Ellensburg last week for the loss. Mac Jr., number 47, not playing today. On 3rd down, it's going to be a pass, quick out. And Micaiah Hill will come up and make the tackle. And it's going to be a 3 and out.
Just a quick pass out there just to see if the receiver can make a play, but a great wrap-up and tackle for a very short gain, setting out the special teams for both teams. Western Oregon are about to get a chance to get the ball back.
Correction.
Ball for the first time, excuse me.
Correction, Micaiah Lee with the tackle from the defensive back position. Sinclair going to go back deep to his own 30-yard line, expecting the punt from Simon Fraser.
Looking into the sun, hope that doesn't affect the
Good hanging kick. Sinclair signaling out to his team. Going to get a Simon Fraser bounce. It'll be about the 31-yard line, and the Wolves will come out for their first offensive possession. Coming off actually some success at the end of the game last week in Ellensburg, Michael, where they were able to get 2 tough scores, one on the ground with Amari Land and then one through the air. They competed through the entire game, and the score may not have indicated that. Ryan Worthley, though, is going to come out and has earned another start today. Omari Land, top leading rusher for this Wolves offense, will be in the backfield with him. Land will get the opening handoff. He's got room off of the left side and a positive start. Omari Land on the season, Michael, 128 attempts for 673 yards, averaging about 5.3 yards a carry and 8 touchdowns.
And they love running that zone play, letting him find a hole as he works his way down the field for about a 6-yard gain on there. He had 209 yards and 2 touchdowns the last time these two teams played, so he's trying to get going exactly what he did the last time to help them get the victory.
Big offensive starter missing for the rest of the season. Marquise Sampson, unfortunately in the game here against Central Washington 2 weeks ago, broke his forearm and will be out for the season. Land will get that second handoff. He's off the right side. Big room to run, hitting the 50, looking for a block, goes to the 45. He'll run into Simon Fraser territory, and it'll be a Western Oregon first down.
And as he's looking for the hole, it's up there right away. He sees it and breaks his way out, working his way to the sideline. Great block down the field from Jaron Ford, allowing him to gain another 5 to 6 yards. First down, Western Oregon, as they get a great drive going to start the game.
Number 17 is going to be out in the field. Played a lot during Central Washington last week. Logan Reese. Via California, now here in Monmouth, getting his first start at MacArthur Field. 5 receivers. Worthley looks out, and he'll find Hickok in the flat. Now he'll turn it upfield, looking for a block himself. And again, great scripted plays here early on offense for Western Oregon, Michael.
Yeah, trying to use that speed against Simon Fraser, just throwing it out to the receiver and letting him try to work his way down the field. Another positive gain for Western Oregon. And it's really nice to see them come out high-spirited and working their way down the field after a couple losses to Central Washington.
Showing a more conventional set here, Michael. We haven't seen a fullback much this season. Worthley, though, with a power. Hands it off to Valadares. Valadares switches it out to his outside hand, and he'll pick up first down yardage.
Yeah, with the fullback in motion, they're setting the defense up for maybe going that way, but they decide to run the ball the other way, and Valadares picks up a first down for Western Oregon. You got to love the 1-2 punch with Valadares and Amari Land in the backfield.
Thomas Wright Jr. checks back in. He's going to be kind of the senior spokesman or the elder statesman for this receiving core. Jaron Ford will be out there with Damon Hickok. And again, first time I've seen this set, Michael, I see Land and Valadares in the backfield. Big scamper up the middle. Not expected, and Michael, that's a touchdown from the 31-yard line, and I don't think it's who we think it is.
I thought the ball was in the backfield with Amari Land, but Worthley just ran right up the middle, quarterback keeper. A great option play, great blocking up the middle, and nobody can tackle him until the 1-yard line, and he uses his strength to get into the end zone. Touchdown for the Wolves.
Something we haven't seen wrinkle-wise all year, just a completely designed quarterback draw. Worthley up the middle, 31-yard, touchdown. Now Wolves looking for the extra point to go up 7-0. Indication is good, and it is 7-0 here on KWVT, Channel 17. We'll be back for more first quarter action coming up after this.
TV timeout.
I am the GNAC, we are the Wolves.
Announcing free, fast and easy application to WOU. Western Oregon University is waiving all application fees for freshmen and transfer students, and transcripts are not required at the time of application. Get your degree, get your diploma at Western. What are you waiting for? Apply today at wou.edu. Western Oregon University, together we succeed.
Welcome back to MacArthur Field. Matt Palumbo, Mike Brown. We're both going to get our eyes checked on Monday. I was pretty certain that it wasn't Worthley that scored the touchdown, and it was confirmed. It was Gannon Winkler, number 14, quite a bit taller than Ryan Worthley. It's a 5-play, 69-yard drive, taking up 2 minutes and 31 seconds, and the Wolves on top 7-0 in this final conference game of the season in the GNAC Conference for both teams. Cosette kicks it away. Simon Fraser gets it at the 10. And again, kind of sloppy there, Mike, on those special teams. Again, decent field position for Simon Fraser on their second possession. And they'll take over on their own 31-yard line.
Yeah, Meters just finding a gap up the middle, able to get up to the 30-yard line. Decent field position for them again. And now Western Oregon is going to see if their defense can hold them to no yards like they did in the first drive, actually negative yards.
Confirming that I'm going to go get my eyes checked. I said somebody wasn't in the game, and now I can see that they are. And this is kind of like, the way we go with it, Michael, sometimes. Anthony Mack Jr. in there. Anthony Mack played a great field game last week up in Central Washington, got pretty banged up. Now out there on the second possession. Cyber in trouble again. He's going down. That's the second sack for this Wolves defense today. And that's a big one coming from a senior.
Yeah, Twister McComb is able to get right up the middle there. And not letting the quarterback get away at all from Banks, Oregon, Twister McComas, one of the few seniors on this team, doing a great job for the defense. Another 10-yard loss for the Clan. Simon Fraser.
They don't even have a name anymore.
Simon Fraser, yes.
They are nameless and nicknameless. After patrolling the season, Mike, on the road, I got to say, Twister McComas is one of the most serious players, wearing number 97 on this team. Never really kind of has a look on his face like he's quite happy or content with anything. Happy to see him get a sack here. Simon Fraser goes, underthrows it, and they're going to get big chunk yardage. Kind of the story of the season, Michael. The back half of this defense sometimes gets a little bit lost.
There is a flag on the field. We'll see what that is right about the line of scrimmage from the sideline, so it might be a formation. We'll see.
Offsides. Defense, number 9.
Or the other
decline.
one.
Zotto plays first down.
Formation or encroachment either way from that official, but this time it's defensive offsides, which is
it's been kind of the story
turned
of the season.
Down by Simon Fraser.
It's happened too many times, Michael. I can't think of a call that I've actually heard more this season in all of the games. They seem to want to get pressure, and part of that is trying to get the snap count. Is Curtis Anderson showing pressure out on the outside, now retreating. He is going into the middle. Anya Dike gets the ball, and he'll take it out over midfield, and Simon Fraser with a good response now going into Western Oregon territory.
A lot of action from the right side of Western Oregon's defense, but the ball goes to the other side, and Anya Dike looking very good today, picks up 7 yards.
Head coach Mike Regal of Simon Fraser went to BYU in 2002. His first season as the coach, now 1-5. That'll make his overall record be the same. But this is an important game for Simon Fraser and their program, as well as they're trying to answer and get out of this 7-0 hole here in the first quarter. Cyber will give it off, but no, he wants to run it now. A little bit of a wrinkle there, but coming up and making the nice tackle, Anthony Mack Jr.
Anthony Mack Jr. They're very quickly able to wrap him up around his legs. Still a first down for Sieber as he gets to the outside just enough to pick up the first down.
Lots and lots of high hopes for Anthony Mack Jr. They say east, west, north, and south. Probably the quickest player they have on the defensive side of the ball, and a rich history with the linebacking core right now, which is led by Jalen Parnell. Jalen Parnell already holding a player of the week on the defensive side of the ball inside the GNAC conference. 1st and 10 now from Western Oregon's 47. Cyber goes to the air, looking out to his right, getting good time. Now a flag down, underthrown. Curtis Anderson almost with the interception, but that penalty flag looks to be in the area of holding, Michael.
Definitely a hold in the backfield. And you'd hope for Western Oregon's defense as the ball was just kind of laid up in the air as Cyber felt the pressure from the backside. 3 defensive backs had a chance to that ball.
Holding. Offense. Number 66. 10-yard penalty. First down.
You got to say great job by the receiver for Simon Fraser there to at least knock the ball away and not leave an interception for the Western Oregon defensive backs. But it sets up Simon Fraser in a big hole right now, 1st and 20 yards.
James Duane, number 34, checking in on the defensive line. He'll be substituting for Rocky Mattia. Duane already with a sack on Simon Fraser's first possession of the first quarter. Trips wide receivers now for Simon Fraser. They'll put Onyedike on the right side of Cyber. As this play gets underway, Parnell gets in the backfield, kind of misses his assignment, but it's made up for by the defensive line. Short gain by Simon Fraser.
Short game with the run right up the middle. Positive yards for them. As there's a couple of defenders for Western Oregon that hit him at the line of scrimmage, he's able to pick up a few yards and set up a second, I'm going to say about 16 yards.
They're being kind, Mike. I think they gave him a yard. They're still saying 2nd and 20. Maybe the scoreboard's a little bit late to the game. But Mike seeing it where the ball lies. We'll take it. It's 2nd and 17 now. Cyber going to throw on 2nd down. Again, pressure coming. Now he wants to run, staying behind the line of scrimmage. Anthony Mack Jr. Anthony Mack Jr. is just, he flies. He gets right to the ball.
He is so fast. As you see, Cyber looking. The defensive backs are doing a great job. Coverage sack down the field, but yeah, as you say, Mack just comes out of nowhere. Great form tackle and takes him down. Now it's definitely more than 20 yards for 3rd down here.
Bottom of your screen, wearing number 25, Billy Nelson checking into the game. Billy Nelson had a nice special teams play on a short kick last week. Vancouver, Washington at Green Valley, and it looks like Billy Nelson started his career at Weber State. Big gap in coverage here. Cyber has room to throw underneath. No one home, and it is going to be Simon Fraser having to kick the ball away back to Western Oregon. They'll put Joey Sinclair back deep, and punting will be Keese Mestelar.
Yeah, after Mac Little was coming up the middle, giving a lot of pressure to Cyber, he gets the ball away. 4th and 20 with the special teams out in the field. Western Oregon to get the ball back if there's no shenanigans.
Mestelar is a 6'3", 235-pound junior. I do not know too many 235-pound kickers.
What was the dude from the Raiders back in the day, Florida State?
Janikowski. Kick is away. Sinclair not going to be anywhere near it. Western Oregon will inherit the ball back with a nice 7-0 lead around the 27, 28-yard line. And they've shown a lot of wrinkles there, and one that I kind of expected, Michael, but we couldn't quite see it. That was Gannon Winkler for the 31-yard touchdown, which gives us our score.
Yeah, we thought he might get some action today. It was a lot faster than we were expecting. He snuck in there and tricked us with two running backs in the backfield, and they decided to run the keeper and a touchdown for him as he's back on the field now with Amari Land in the backfield.
Interesting to see both Harsh and Winkler both with their helmets on. I think we can expect everybody to play here at Western Oregon today. Land, tough yards up the middle. Something I respect so much about number 23 is he just keeps his legs moving.
Just keeps his legs moving and moving. Able to get up the middle for a short gain. After a great tackle by Jacob Mozil. Jacob Mozil, one of the more active players for the Simon Fraser defense.
Worthley now will operate 2nd and 6 from his own 32. Just about 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter here between Simon Fraser and Western Oregon. Land off the left side, looking to go back to that cutback angle, Michael, but not much yardage to be gained on that play.
Yeah, just as the play before, it looks like they're trying to get some action up the middle. Barrett Griffin, the leading tackler for Simon Fraser, able to get contact right about the line of scrimmage. Maybe a short gain for Land, but it does set up a 3rd and 4 for Western Oregon.
Ryan Worthley on the season has kind of had his struggles on 3rd down. This is an opportunity maybe for him to use Valadares out of the backfield, or that shovel pass that has become very effective as the season has progressed. Worthley now takes the snap, hands it to Valadares. Valadares up the middle, has the initial contact, fights again, and I think he's going to get forward progress, Michael, and it's going to be really an individual effort that gets this first down.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't go down on the first contact as they're running the option, and there's a hole up the middle, a couple of missed tackles by the Simon Fraser defense, but a lot of great job by Valadares there to not let that contact take him down, and enough to push forward for a first down for the Wolves.
Wish I had a little bit better information for you today, Michael. I mean, Jacob Pruitt being at that center position today, I think is a big deal. I think having the continuity and communication where Jacob Pruitt's in his natural position might be helping with the blocking schemes here up front early on. It'll be Worthley now from the shotgun, stepping up, looking down the middle of the field, has a man open and just overthrown. It was going to be the intended target would have been Jaron Ford.
Yeah, he has some time, but nobody's breaking through the secondary. He wanted to go very, very deep. He had some time. As you were saying, the center change this week. You have a senior calling the plays. It's from the center position. Very helpful and hoping to not allow any sacks today.
Worthley got good time and was able to step up on the pocket, put a good throw on it, just over the intended target. Omari Land back in the game. Thomas Wright Jr. at the bottom of your screen. Land goes off the left side, gets good blocking, cuts it back into the middle, and he'll get 5, 6, maybe even 7 yards and make a third and manageable for this Western Oregon offense.
Yeah, not putting themselves in a hole with another pass or incomplete pass, just giving it back to Land as he keeps pounding and pounding and pounding, trying to tire out that Simon Fraser defense so he can continue to have the success he's had against this team.
Looking a lot like the Thursday night football game in the NFL between Green Bay and the Arizona Cardinals. Green Bay found a way to run the ball and run it effectively throughout the game. Worthley and this offense doing the same this afternoon. Land off the right side, looking for room, cuts it back up, takes it over midfield, spins away, keeps those legs just a-moving, and he'll be run out of bounds.
Omari Land, maybe from upstairs, he looks smaller, but he's got some legs, and he can keep pushing people out of the way, not letting them take him down. You appreciate his running style.
Definitely the workhorse in this offense, even though Andrew Valadares gets quite a bit of the opportunities to run as well. But Omari Land, like Michael said in their previous meeting in September, able to run for over 200 yards. Valadares now in the backfield as we head towards 2.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Valadares doesn't get it. They'll get it to Thomas Wright Jr. underneath, and he'll get about 8 yards, but a very confident throw from Wyatt Worthley.
Yeah, very quick pass, just a slant out to Thomas Wright. He's able to catch the ball, hoping to make a man miss, but loses his footing. As you see, no real pressure on the quarterback at that point, but it does set up a shorter third down attempt for Western Oregon.
Placing the ball roughly around the
second down attempt.
44-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 3 for Western Oregon, up a touchdown here in the first quarter. Valadares gets it, goes off left side, makes one tackle miss, now trying to turn it outside, looking for blocking, taking his time and being patient. And watching this play, there's something I just saw that I'm very, very encouraged by, and it was actually Cade Hustler, tight end, blocking down the field the entire play.
Blocking down the field, knocks down, gets a pancake on the first block, and then looking down the field to take somebody else out. Great job blocking on that play.
They'll bring Cade out after he gets those nice blocks. Land and Valadares are going to be in the backfield with Ryan Worthley. 3 wide receivers, Ford, Hickok, and Thomas Wright. Valadares gets it. He's got the hungry hands, and he gets about 4 yards.
Good play off the left there. They're running the different option looks with 2 running backs in the backfield, trying to confuse Simon Fraser. And Valadares, again, making the first man miss, able to pick up positive gains on these plays. And now they're inside the 25-yard line of Simon Fraser. 2nd down and 7.
Austin Goldstein, tight end, 6'3", 209-pound sophomore from Sherwood, Oregon, in way of Sherwood High School. Now checking in at tight end for Western Oregon. Worthley looking to his right, throws underneath Ford. Ford makes a man miss, 20, goes to the 15-10, tries to make another man miss. He'll take it inside the 5-yard line for about a 19-yard pickup.
Great time by Worthley there, getting the ball out to Jaron Ford, and Jaron Ford makes that first man miss and uses his speed to try to get down the sideline. Great pickup for the Wolves, setting up a 1st and goal from the 5-yard line.
Football, a very mental game as well as physical, Michael. And again, we see Winkler coming into the game, but there had to be some discussion, and maybe Ryan Worthley kind of heard some of the whispers about some of his play. And right now, coming out being a very effective quarterback, Winkler now back in after that 31-yard touchdown. He'll be on the 5-yard line at 1st and 5 with Amari Land to his right. They'll send Goldstein in motion to block. Land gets it up the middle. Nope, they're going to go back to Winkler, and they really are looking to make that kind of be the thing. If he's got the ball in his hand, he's not looking to do anything right now but run.
And he does run the ball up the middle as it ends the first quarter. Quick first quarter.
7-0. Wolves on top of Simon Fraser. The second quarter will be up next here on KWVT Channel 17.
Imagine an historic college in a small town where you spend your days making music and working with outstanding faculty. Imagine a university with composer workshops, a professional audio studio, band, orchestra, jazz, choral, and percussion festivals. A place where you create memories and perform around the world. Imagine yourself at Western Oregon University, then make it a reality. Learn more at wou.edu/music.
Welcome back to MacArthur Field alongside Michael Brown, Matt Palumbo here at KWVT Channel 17. A beautiful fall afternoon in Western Oregon, having a very effective first quarter, doing one thing and one thing very well, and that was running the ball. Wyatt Harsh now, Michael, in a different set. Nope, it's Ryan Worthley. Got to get my eyes fixed. Amari Land will take it off the right-hand side, and it'll bring up 3rd and goal.
A great job by the Simon Fraser defense, allowing no hole up the middle as Amari Land, who's had success today so far, but not on that play, stopped right at the 3-yard line, setting up a 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. See if Western Oregon can score on this play, or we're going to see the special teams in the play after this.
Thomas Wright Jr. checking in. Could be a jump ball situation. He is a mismatch and a nightmare for opposing teams on the defensive side of the ball. Lanky number player 11 could be a situation where they could see it. And we're going to get a timeout.
Timeout, Western Oregon. First charge of the half.
We'll be taking a quick break. We'll be right back.
Media.
Are you interested in pursuing a law degree, but worry about tuition costs? Western Oregon University and Willamette University's College of Law have teamed up to give qualifying WOU undergraduate students and alumni a $10,000 renewable scholarship. Each year you're enrolled at Willamette Law and remain in good standing, you'll receive $10,000 to offset tuition. Now, obtaining a law degree is possible. Western Oregon University and Willamette Law. Together, we succeed.
2020 brought many changes. Maybe you've thought about controlling your changes in 2021. Changing your career? Looking for advancement? Want to become a licensed teacher in Oregon? Western Oregon University offers what you need to succeed. Flexibility, strong academic mentorship, affordability. Say hello to change. Get your master's between walks from WOU. Western Oregon University online graduate programs. Anywhere, anytime.
Western Oregon calling a timeout in a very crucial situation here. 3rd down and 3. Just about a minute into the second quarter, seeing if they can extend their lead to 2 scores. Worthley underneath. Touchdown going to be indicated. Looks like Damon Hickok underneath.
Yeah, man-to-man on the outside, able to hold on that ball with the defender draped all over him. Play action look from the 3-yard line. And you see him hold on to that ball. Great job by Hickok to hold on that ball and score for Western Oregon. Extra point to come.
Very, very nice response from this Western Oregon team, Michael. I got to tell you, They didn't seem as dejected as I thought they would after losing 2 weeks in a row to their arch nemesis, Central Washington. And they've come out on their first 2 possessions and now are up 13-0 as Cosette misses the extra point. And we'll be back for more second quarter action here on KWVT Channel 17.
Searching the Northwest.
Proud to announce the top 5 reasons WOU is for you. Small classes mean your professors know you by name. You'll fall in love with our beautiful campus. The campus community will become like family. WOU's degree programs train you for the work you want. Monmouth is one of the safest cities in Oregon. Plan your visit to WOU today.
Michael, great recipe for success is if you are outgaining the team you are playing 7 yards to 1.
Yeah, you can't complain about the defense so far for Western Oregon. They have had full control of this game in just 2 drives. For Simon Fraser, no yards. And then Western Oregon's able to just work their way down the field, use up all the time, and score 2 touchdowns. We'll see if it can continue in the second quarter.
Amari Land well on his way, 7 carries for 47 yards. Cosette's kick is away. Meters will pick it up around the 10 again. Tries to get away from a tackler, but Western Oregon today, I think, feels very, very possessed to make a statement that the last 2 weeks of football are not indicative of what's left in this season.
Yeah, you could just see it on that special teams play when Ryan Minetti able to get down the field, make that tackle. Ryan Minetti out of Tigard High School, doing a great job on the field in that play.
Minetti kind of reminds me a little bit of Paul Revis on the defensive side of the ball. You cannot miss the long hairs of number 24. Great character and a great, great defensive football player for Arne Ferguson's football team. LJ Lovelace now getting some action, number 19. Very emotional defensive leader for this team. Parnell now showing pressure right up the middle. And there is nothing there. And right now the Wolves look suffocating.
Suffocating, and everybody's in the backfield. You have to pick and choose who's actually getting the tackle on that play because there's 4 people in the backfield on that play.
I want to thank the nice folks at KWVT for providing us some food before the game. I want to thank the nice folks here at Western Oregon. We're trying to provide us some food as well, but we're having some technical difficulties as our door's being torn down. But we're just enjoying it this afternoon. Western Oregon right now up 14-0. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter, and their defense really right now the story of this football game. Throw to the outside. Curtis Anderson. Nope, Joey Sinclair. Joey Sinclair, at least his 3rd interception that I can recall on the season. Absolutely a ball hawk is number 16.
Yeah, as they dropped 8 defenders there, Siebert thinks he has somebody, but a great job to jump in front of that ball, pick it out of the air. First down for Western Oregon as their defense continues to dominate this game.
Really can't overlook an opponent, and I can't say for one play so far have I seen Western Oregon do anything less than look businesslike, as they have people like Markeith Sampson out for the season, as Ryan Worthley is being somewhat under attack to say, what can you do? And so far, offensively, 2 possessions, 2 scores, and now they've got great field position. Valadares is going to move the chains, I think, on first down, Mike.
A great job by Valadares and the offensive line in front of him for sure, opening up a giant hole up the middle, and Valadares again just bouncing off people, running people over as he works his way down for a big gain there and a first down for Western Oregon.
Well, whatever ails you, winning typically does become the kind of cure-all, and right now The recipe is going to be the same throughout the afternoon. Amari Land and Andrew Valadares are going to see a lot of carries today. Valadares again off the right side. Not much room, though, to breathe.
Nothing to breathe, really, as you see a player down. It looks like Valadares may be hurt on that play.
Take a quick step away. Wanted to say a special thank you to all the alumni support that we get here before the game. Wonderful chili dogs provided by Frank Vanderberg, retired equipment manager here at Western Oregon, and his wife, Julie Vanderberg, retired HR director. They are both alumni here. 39 years in holy matrimony. Happy anniversary, Vanderbergs, and thank you for everything that you do for us while we are here.
Thank you very much.
I thought it was a tasty chili dog.
Everybody seemed to like it from the crew. As you see Valadares getting up with some assistance. We'll see how that changes up the running game now for Western Oregon, as it's been a 1-2 punch, and we'll see who can step up and take that second punch.
Right now, it would be Dominic Loggins. Dominic Loggins actually logged some very nice time at the end of that game last week in Central Washington. He'll wear number 30 if they check him in.
But we do see Amari Land back in the backfield for this first play.
Ball placed on the 20-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Along with Gannon Weaker back at quarterback.
Can't really miss Gannon. He's a very, very tall quarterback. Land takes it off the left side, looking to make a man miss. Does make a man miss. Turns it upfield. And just kind of just shrugs off anybody trying to tackle him.
As it looks like it's supposed to be a run up the middle, and he sees there's nothing there, bounces it out to the outside real quickly, and finds that sideline, trying to get all the full corner. It picks up a great first down for Western Oregon. So they're now right at the 10-yard line. It looks like it's 1st and goal from right inside the 10-yard line.
Damon Hickok back on the field. Got the last touchdown. He'll be the slot receiver. And again, there's going to be a timeout this time.
Timeout.
WOU again.
Western Oregon.
Western Oregon taking another timeout. We'll step away for a short break and see if they can score when we get back here on KWVT Channel 17.
I am the GNAC, we are the Wolves.
Announcing free, fast and easy application to WOU. Western Oregon University is waiving all application fees for freshmen and transfer students, and transcripts are not required at the time of application. Get your degree, get your diploma at Western. What are you waiting for? Apply today at wou.edu. Western Oregon University. Together, we succeed.
Back for a pivotal moment. 1st and 10 on the 10-yard line. And Western Oregon looking to open up a comfortable lead if they can get their 3rd score on their 3rd possession of the game. Gannon Winkler now in the shotgun. Already owns a 31-yard touchdown. Damon Hickok, the other touchdown, a 3-yard reception from Ryan Worthley. Ford in motion. They'll give it to Land up the middle. He'll run to the left. He's got all the land he needs. Touchdown, Wolves!
Great job by the Western Oregon offensive line there. So you have a couple players pulling and opening up a hole for Amari to do what he's been doing all day on the ground. Slices his way through the defense like Vincenzo the Ninja. Touchdown, Wolves.
Andrew Valadares being worked on by the training staff. Vincenzo the Ninja. I knew you'd bring it in somehow.
I thought that's where you were going to be for Halloween.
Kosad goes up, and it's going to be no good. That's 2 straight missed extra points. It's 19-0 Wolves on top of Simon Fraser. We'll be back for more second quarter action in just a moment on KWVT Channel 17.
Searching the Northwest.
Imagine an historic college in a small town where you spend your days making music and working with outstanding faculty. Imagine a university with composer workshops, a professional audio studio, band, orchestra, jazz, choral, and percussion festivals. A place where you create memories and perform around the world. Imagine yourself at Western Oregon University, then make it a reality. Learn more at wou.edu/music.
Coming back from break, Michael, we had a chance to watch the sidelines. A lot of players coming up, I think, kind of to express concern for Andrew Valadares as we now see his pads coming off, and it looks like his day is finished. Omari Land, kind of his, probably best friend out there as they split time in the backfield, but Valadares will be lost, it looks, at least for the rest of this afternoon. Meters gets it. I get the 10-yard line, running off the left side, getting a good block, making a couple players miss, and now more room to run. Simon Fraser still staying strong. Lots of extracurricular activity at the end of that play. No flag, actually a flag on the play right around the 38-yard line on the back side of the play. Typically, block in the back or illegal use of hands.
And one of those places has nothing to do with the play, so it's unfortunate for Simon Fraser. Meters having a great return game today.
Personal foul, illegal blindside block by the receiving team, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Well, that will basically take back all the positive yards Meters was able to get on that kickoff.
And now for Simon Fraser, they have to see if they can get their offense together, as so far in this game, only minus 10 yards in the game so far on the ground, and it hasn't looked very well for them so far as the Western Oregon defense has been swarming around anybody with the ball. See if they can get off to a good start for Simon Fraser on this first play.
Again, just kind of watching the sideline. Andrew Valadares leaves the game with a left knee injury. Slightly underthrown. Mininiti almost got an interception there, and it would have been a nice chunk play for Simon Fraser, but it'll be an incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass, and again, Simon Fraser still trying to work their way down the field, even for chunk plays. You'd like to see them just get a decent ground game established or a short passing game just to get some first downs and again, not have the Western Oregon offense back on the field so quickly.
11 minutes and 26 seconds, and there's been very little positive for the Simon Fraser offense right now. And again, miscommunication there, and this unit up front, Michael, getting great push.
Yeah, as it looks like Paul Thomas with the carry up the middle, and back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The defensive line for Western Oregon is controlling the line of scrimmage this whole game so far, and those linebackers coming in to fill up the holes, and nothing there for them. As they also look like they had seven guys on the line of scrimmage on that play too. Nowhere for Simon Fraser to go.
Coach Arn Ferguson, now in his 17th season, 92-77 overall, calling the defensive plays from the sideline today. Cyber now on 3rd and 10 from his own 20, sends a man in motion, and pressure coming immediately. And Western Oregon, to this point, I don't know if they've had a bad defensive call today.
Great job of Makai Lee coming up and wrapping up around those legs of the receiver, tackled in the backfield. Now you see the special teams for Simon Fraser coming out again. Great job by Western Oregon to get a stop on that third down.
Joey Sinclair will park himself at his own 35-yard line, already owner of an interception today that set up Western Oregon's third score by Omari Land via the ground. Joey Sinclair is having a very, very nice season as the defensive back and special teams expert for this Wolves team, wearing number 16. Kick is away and might have a chance here for Sinclair to get underneath it. He get it his own 45, 50, gets a block, goes forward, and he'll move the ball into Simon Fraser territory, and a late flag coming in.
Yeah, I saw a couple blocks in the back. Not that late, though. I don't know why that flag came out so late, but we'll wait to see what the officials have to say on the call here. Just in case you didn't see it, Thomas Wright was on the outside there rushing the punter on there. It was close to getting a punt. We'll look for that later in the game to see if at any point in time.
Legal block in the back. Receiving team, number 3. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Curtis Anderson going to be whistled and flagged for the illegal block. It will move the ball back across midfield. 19-0 so far. Could be worse if Cosette had actually put in the last 2 extra points. Just under 10 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Ryan Worthley now probably has license to throw the ball a little bit with how effective the running game has been. And very, very nice start for Andrew Valadares' replacement.
Yeah, you said Dominique Loggins would be in the game, and it looks like it's going to be the Dominique and Amari show for the rest of the game. Able to get up the middle of the field for 5 yards. 2nd and 5, Western Oregon.
Running back coach Ty Curry. Saw him doing a lot of off-field work last week in Ellensburg to help prepare Loggins for this opportunity to be the next man up in Valadares' place today. Worthley now. 2nd down and long. He'll look over the middle. Off his back foot throws. And it looks like he's got Smalley wide open, but he's not able to corral it at the 20-yard line.
That's a ball. He had plenty of time there. He's going deep for Smalley. Ball behind him, a little bit of contact, but not enough for a call. But the defender, great job getting his hand in there and knocking the ball away at the last second. Making it an incompletion and a 3rd and 6 for Western Oregon.
Smalley, I think, down the road, Michael, from Westview High School, is going to be a very, very big threat as a possession receiver. Seems to have a knack for getting the ball into his hands, and they look to him. And I'll tell you, Michael, if he doesn't slip, he was right there at the marker to pick up that first down.
Definitely at the marker, but unfortunately he slips and the ball goes over his head. Sends up the special teams for both teams. 4th down, Western Oregon. Looks like Simon Fraser's about to get the ball back. And a great job by Simon Fraser's defense to get a stop this time.
Got to tell you, Michael, I'll tell you who's happy to be punting and not seeing a Wildcat coming at him is Andrew Gross. So it's been 2 weeks in a row, unfortunately, block punts. So hopefully shored some things up in the special teams as Gross averaging around 40 yards a kick on the season. The left footer drops one, drops his man back deep, and again, no fair catch and immediately tackled by the special teams.
Jackson Holstead. Yep. Jackson Holstead with a great job getting down the field as that gunner, and the
receiver never saw it coming.
Never had a chance.
He wanted to catch it, but he didn't know that, it was going to be immediately
never had
met.
a chance. Great job by the special teams of Western Oregon, with now Simon Fraser having the ball inside the 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
Small victory right now for Simon Fraser just to get their defense off the field after having Western Oregon score on 3 of its first 4 drives. Cyber now looking to get any sort of momentum for his offense, who has not been able to pick up consecutive first downs yet. And right now, you can tell that this Wolf pack as a defense is hungry, and they are looking for big hits and difference-making plays.
Yeah, Cyber knows he's going to get sacked and decides to just dump it off real fast, but no chance for the receiver. He's behind. The ball's behind him, and a great job by the defender to come up and knock the player away from the ball.
Anthony Mack Jr., again, you're going to get tired of hearing his name. I'm going to wear it out. I got to tell you, he got banged around last week in Central Washington, but went into halftime. Great training staff here for the Wolves. Got him back out there and having a huge impact so far on this game. Again, trying to use a little counteraction there, Michael, but really disciplined football from the interior linemen of the defense.
And that was Minetti up at the line, able to get back because there's more defenders at the line of scrimmage right now for Western Oregon than there's blockers for Simon Fraser. Simon Fraser has to figure out something to do with either some quick passes or some pitch plays. Otherwise, they have nothing they can do up the middle right now.
It kind of feels like there's almost no threat that they'll throw the football, but they're obviously going to have to do that to be competitive the further this game goes along. Right now, they are in a hole, 3rd and 8 on their own 17-yard line, almost halfway through the second quarter, and already trailing by 3 scores. Cyber going to be forced to throw here on 3rd down. Goes over the middle, and very, very lucky. Ulrich Jr. is going to get whistled for targeting, maybe, Michael?
It definitely looks like that could be the case. At the least, it's a personal foul for a late hit, but the player definitely was.
And he is down, and so obviously everybody quite concerned. 3 flags from 3 different officials came down.
And you see on the replay, it's a defenseless receiver, and yeah, the play was definitely over, and he did look for some helmet-to-helmet contact there, so we'll see what the officials have to say about that play.
Tough with those bang-bang calls without them having the replay that we have, but I would assume right now.
Result of the play is incomplete. After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 20. 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
And no targeting there, so fortunately for Ulrich, he's going to stay in the game. But yeah, it was definitely a late hit and a very high late hit. But a 1st down for Simon Fraser.
Tough situation for the defense there because he has really no reason to do it. The ball's overthrown, Michael.
Quite a bit overthrown.
And it would have been Simon Fraser kicking the ball back again.
Yeah, mental mistake by Western Oregon. Something against the better teams they've played this season has hurt them very, very bad. Simon Fraser, not as good as the other teams, so it may not affect them as much, but they need to clean that up over the whole season.
Moves the ball out to the 32-yard line now. Ulrich Jr. going to go play defensive back on the bottom of your screen. They'll hand it off. Lucky that ball was not fumbled by Onyedike. Onyedike, he is their runner, Michael. I mean, just only averages about 3 yards a carry, though, and not much there on 1st down.
Yeah, they're not much of a running team, more of a short passing game, trying to get their passing game to open up some draws, some short runs here and there, but you're going to see them pass most of the time. But a great job by the defensive line, Jalen Parnell and the rest of them to hold them to a short game.
Riley Morrison, to my knowledge, Michael, has not actually caught the ball yet. As I say that, it's almost like, the sportscaster in me that knows it's going to happen. Morrison with the catch.
Yeah, Morrison, their leading receiver over the season, who has been a player of the week one time this season with 5 catches and 77 yards against Montana State Northern. And you see that they did find themselves in a position to get a 1st down. Again, a defensive mistake by Western Oregon with the penalty allows Simon Fraser to have some hope and keep trying to work their way down the field now.
Just short of midfield will be the 48-yard line, and this is consecutive 1st down. Cyber now looking to get some rhythm, now throws it over the top, and had Micaiah Lee beat, but was not able to drop it in to Ryan Naylor.
And you see Cyber working his way down the field. He did have some success against Western Oregon early this season. He did have one passing touchdown and no interceptions. But again, early in this game, Western Oregon has dominated. And they're trying to see if they can get another stop here where it's 2nd and 10 for Simon Fraser.
Seems like that's all we've been saying all afternoon so far, Michael. 2nd and 10, 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10, yeah, for sure. They're trying to work their way down the field. Nothing's happening yet.
Pressure being shown up the middle, and Cyber's in trouble, and in a lot of trouble. Lovelace had action there and was looking for the sack, and Cyber just has to throw it away. And again, it'll be 3rd and long, and I just tell you, you can just feel people like Joey Sinclair or Curtis Anderson like literally so excited if Cyber's going to throw that football. They're either going to hit him or they're going to make an interception and play on the ball.
Cyber just working his way to the outside. Nobody open down the field. Like you're saying, everybody's just waiting for that pass so they can get another interception if it's possible. But you have a 3rd and 10 now for Simon Fraser.
about 3 coverage sacks already in this game, and they're showing pressure. Lovelace, Curtis Anderson coming. Underneath, though, nice throw by Cyber, stepping up in the pocket. And again, a little bit of fight coming out of Simon Fraser here as Meters now with his first reception.
Meters, who's had a great return game so far this year, this game. See, Cyber just has a wide open Meters as Curtis Anderson was blitzing from that side, and it's another first down. It's a first down? Yeah, another first down for Simon Fraser as they're inside Western Oregon territory.
Most put together drive
for the first
so
time
far.
today, yeah.
Yeah, first time today, put together drive. Cyber getting some great rhythm in the pocket, and they're going right back to him. He looks over the middle, looks, surveys, throws it underneath, and he'll get it back to Meters. And I'll tell you, still on his feet, and I think Jalen Parnell honestly thought he was going to literally take that ball away from him.
Yeah, Jalen was right there, but he misses the tackle and gets blocked down the field a few more times. I thought he was going to come back and make the tackle again, but you see Cyber to Meters happens to be a good connection right now as Meters is coming off the field after putting in some work on those 2 plays. 2nd and 4 for Simon Fraser.
Cyber now going to have 4 wide receivers, and it looks like they are going to put the ball in the air consistently here. It'll be 2nd and 4. They'll give it to Onyedike. They open up the field, and it'll be Joey Sinclair and Curtis Anderson getting a half a tackle apiece on that play.
Yeah, as they're man-to-man, it opens up that middle for that draw. Great play call by Simon Fraser, able to pick up a first down. As you see, Western Oregon starting to reel a little bit as Simon Fraser gets some momentum.
Curtis Anderson on that tackle. He will be our halftime guest. Senior defensive back and spiritual defensive leader for this team, wearing number 3. Kind of does a little bit of everything. First down and 10 on the 26-yard line. Deepest drive for Simon Fraser, seeing if they can get themselves some points on this drive. Cyber, though, looking out to the outside. Looks like it's a little underthrown. And I don't know, Michael. I know that Ulrich already, no, he didn't turn around, but that was a play on the ball.
Yeah, they were kind of on each other a little bit there, a little bit of contact, maybe a little bit of a hold, but officials calling that one close over there, and you're going to see pass interference.
Defense, number 20, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
He may have had a chance if he turned around just a half a second faster, but it was a coin flip. Went to the defense on that play.
Can tell you that Ulrich Jr.
Went to the offense on that play.
Did not agree with it at all. Kind of lifted up his helmet and definitely wanted to say something about it, but it's a learning experience for him being out there as a defensive back, and he's obviously being looked at under some scrutiny right now. Cyber, though, they go right back at him, and I'll tell you, he didn't turn around again either, Michael. Again, technique that you have to be able to teach it. You have to watch the eyes of the receiver and then get your head turned around.
He's also using that sideline as an extra defender, keeping him over there. It's got to be a perfect pass in order for him to catch it on that one. Just off, he's able to get his hand up, and we'll set up a 2nd and 10. There's a possibility of a first down right inside the 1-yard line. 2nd and 10 for Simon Fraser. Western Oregon looking to see if they can hold this shutout and see if their defense can step up right now.
Cyber getting into a groove on this drive. He's been able to get the ball to his top target in Riley Morrison. Might be looking for him here. Again, they're really picking on, and I mean they are picking on Ulrich Jr. right now. They think that they can get the matchup they want with him one-on-one anytime.
Well, it's been 3 plays in a row. One was resulted in a pass interference, and these last 2, great job by Ulrich to get his hand in there and knock the ball away, what the defensive back's supposed to do. Put in some work for him right now. That's all you could ask for. If you're a defender, you're like, yeah, keep coming my way. I'm going to knock it away every single time.
Might look at the same set that got him a nice first down earlier. They are going to run the trips wide receivers out to the left, and this is where they were able to get something in the middle of the field. Again, they're going that way. Look at that fade. And again, pass is a little bit too deep. Even if it was caught, Michael, it was not going to be for a touchdown, and it looks like it's going to be a field goal attempt here for Simon Fraser.
Yeah, unfortunate for Cyber. He had some good plays on that drive, but just down inside the red zone, which they've done a great job this season inside the red zone, but very few pass touchdowns. So they kept trying to go to the end zone, but a great job by the defenders of Western Oregon. Field goal unit out for Simon Fraser.
Christy Elliott, kicker.
Yes.
Lining up what would be a 28-yard field goal. Ball's down, ball is up, and the kick is good. Simon Fraser on the board. It's 19-3. Wolves on top of Simon Fraser. More second quarter action coming up on KWET, Channel 17.
Are you interested in pursuing a law degree, but worry about tuition costs? Western Oregon University and Willamette University's College of Law have teamed up to give qualifying WOU undergraduate students and alumni a $10,000 renewable scholarship. Each year you're enrolled at Willamette Law and remain in good standing, you'll receive $10,000 to offset tuition. Now, obtaining a law degree is possible. Western Oregon University and Willamette Law. Together, we succeed.
2020 brought many changes. Maybe you've thought about controlling your changes in 2021. Changing your career? Looking for advancement? Want to become a licensed teacher in Oregon? Western Oregon University offers what you need to succeed. Flexibility, strong academic mentorship, affordability. Say hello to change. Get your master's between walks from WOU. Western Oregon University online graduate programs. Anywhere, anytime.
Simon Fraser with their first points of the game. Christy Elliott with a 28-yard field goal. Western Oregon actually had to give away the ball for the first time in this game as they scored on 3 of their first 3 possessions.
But again, a Western Oregon mistake where they had third down with an incomplete pass, but a late hit was allowed the Simon Fraser drive to continue where they were able to get points.
Michael referencing those are the plays you have to clean up as the season goes on and you do play stronger and stronger opponents. Simon Fraser, though, finally getting some rhythm as Justin Seibers is able to complete mini passes. Short kick. It'll be Curtis Anderson. Sinclair now going out to block. No, it's Sinclair. Anderson with a block. Sinclair turns it to the 50, 45, and if he had just gotten one more block as he pounds the ground, Sinclair would have gone probably for the touchdown.
It looked set up for a second. Unfortunately for Western Oregon, he was taken down, and there's a couple of flags in the backfield that I did not see. Way outside of the play, I think.
I was making fun of one of the officials before the game, Michael. He said he was dressed up, as an official, and I said, so you're going to pretend. Maybe he took that the wrong way.
I didn't know if the yellow flag in his pocket meant something.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, kicking team number 49. Penalty be added to the end of the run, 15 yards, first down.
And there you go. I didn't see any kind of bad block from Western Oregon on that play. So great job by the Western Oregon special teams to set them up with great field position.
Isaac Muckian, linebacker, 6 foot, 205-pound junior from Olympia, Washington, Olympia High School, charged with the penalty that gives Western Oregon and this Wolves offense now with Gannon Winkler in the backfield a wonderful place to start. Nice little wrinkle play there, Michael. They run Jaron Ford across the formation, and they get him a quick out pass, and it goes out of bounds, but a nice pickup on first down.
Yeah, that quick dump to the flat where he's able to catch the ball with some blockers in front of him, use his speed to pick up 5 yards. It's basically just like a run play that is going to the receiver out of the backfield. Close to being a lateral.
If you were to pass it behind the line of scrimmage, would it be considered a lateral, Michael?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Ryan Worthley now, Amari Land, Thomas Wright Jr., Damon Hickok. Oh, now we get a little trickeration. Land will give it back. Oh. Interesting. They tried to see if they could catch him off guard there with a little double reverse action.
Yeah, Colby Boljevic, who's leading them in tackles this game so far, playing his possession correctly there, not letting anything get to the outside and making a very, very strong tackle in the backfield. He's done a very good job today for Simon Fraser, one of the players that is stepping up against this potent Western Oregon offense today.
That will make it 3rd and 12, 7 yards. It looks like we're lost on that play. Seems to be a concerted effort, at least on this drive, to see that Jaron Ford sees the football. They'll send Amari Land now as a little wheel route, and they're looking for him down there. They'll throw underneath, and great disguise there from the offensive coordinator. Damon Hickok gets the first down inside the 15-yard line. Very well-designed play.
Yeah, as you have Hickok coming over the middle with some speed, able to work his way up the field, little juke move, trying to get a few extra yards there. And again, great job by the offensive line of Western Oregon to give Wordley some time to find the receiver coming out of his route open. First down.
16-point lead right now for Western Oregon, now inside the red zone. Winkler back in there again. Passing, looking for Thomas Wright Jr. Touchdown! Wolves! 15-yard, perfectly thrown pass, and Gannon Winkler is having himself a first half.
The play action looked to Loggins, but great job down the field by Thomas Wright. Man-to-man, catches the ball, touchdown for the Wolves. Extra point to come.
Some promising things being shown in this game. Gannon Winkler.
It looks like they're going to go for 2, by the way.
See if they can make it back up the 2 extra points that they have missed, Michael. They bring Worthley back in. Loggins will flank him to the left. Reese and Thomas Wright Jr. Now Hickok in motion. Looking right, coming back underneath. Forced inside. And it's going to be Hickok for the 2-point conversion. What a set of plays on this drive for Western Oregon, now on top, 27-3. We'll be back for the conclusion of the second quarter here on KWVT, Channel 17.
Proud to announce the top 5 reasons WOU is for you. Small classes mean your professors know you by name. You'll fall in love with our beautiful campus. The campus community will become like family. WOU's degree programs train you for the work you want. Monmouth is one of the safest cities in Oregon. Plan your visit to WOU today.
2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in a very, very nice bounce back for Western Oregon and their offense, showing some wrinkles today that we have not seen, and I think something as maybe of a harbinger of things to come, and that could be the Gannon Winkler era whenever it begins. Really can do some nice things, much better lines of sight probably with his height than Worthley. Worthley probably just has a better understanding of the overall offense. Winkler, though, with a 31-yard touchdown and now a touchdown yard pass to Thomas Wright Jr. Meters, though, on the short kick, going to be run out of bounds around the 26-yard line. Simon Fraser will have to see what they can do. They got the field goal, and then Western Oregon came right back, scored a touchdown.
I'm happy just for a while. There's been a flag on most of the special teams, so good job by both teams to keep it clean on that play.
Sometimes, it does disrupt the rhythm, you're right, of not just calling it, but playing the game. Again, defensively, I would say the story of this game right now is the interior line play of Western Oregon and the Wolves. They have been able to get pressure and really nullify any running game for Simon Fraser. Although Justin Cyber starting to get some rhythm now in the passing game. And he's going to go out to his left, rolling to his left. And it'll be an incomplete pass. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Simon Fraser.
Simon Fraser consistently trying to get to the ball out to that left side and had a couple plays with some success on the last drive, but it ended with some missed passes and it seems to continue on this drive right now. Not to take anything away from Western Oregon's defense, they're holding strong right now.
Western Oregon leading by 24 points in the overall series coming in to this game. Western Oregon had scored 982 points, only giving up 590. Seems to be a similar recipe. As Cyber goes down, is that Micaiah Lee coming in?
Yeah, Micaiah Lee unblocked just from the backside. Great job by him. As soon as the quarterback turns around, Micaiah's there to take him down. Another sack for the Western Oregon defense. A negative play for Simon Fraser, setting up a 2nd and 18 for Simon Fraser.
Just been tough sledding all day back there for Cyber. Again,
seems to be working the clock right now, too, trying to maybe take this to the half.
Western Oregon's already burned a couple of timeouts. Mike, probably not going to call one here. 2nd down and 18, you're right. Simon Fraser probably content to get this thing into the house, Michael. We'll keep it here for a minute. Let's talk about
Timeout. Simon Fraser, first charge of the half.
Got to be tough situation right
30
here, Mike.
seconds in length.
They can't turn this ball back to them in this half, knowing that Western Oregon won the kickoff at the beginning of the game and will inherit the first possession of the second half. When you're trailing by 24 already and hardly a lick of offense today from them.
Yeah, it's been tough. The defensive line for Western Oregon, Twister McComas, we've heard his name a few times, LJ Lovelace, Mac Little. They've controlled the defensive line, offensive line of scrimmage, let's say it that way. Rocky Matea, Hector Cazares, all those guys up front are taking care of business today so far, allowing the linebackers to come up and get some extra tackles. And we'll see what Simon Fraser does here with just 1:14 left in the half.
Simon Fraser taking their first time out. They'll come back out to 2nd and 18 on their own 23-yard line, and they have to be very careful right here about what they want to do. If they're going to let Cyber throw, he's got to put it somewhere in a window that his receiver can get it. They're going to hand it off, and that's going to take a lot of time off the clock. And now it's going to be interesting. This timeout's going to come probably from Western Oregon, and they are looking now at this, Michael, as an opportunity.
Timeout. Western Oregon.
Flat.
Third and final charge of the half.
They're looking right now, Mike, I think, to put this game out of reach even before you get to halftime.
Special teams have had some success today. Joey Sinclair back there. Let's see if he can get a 30-yard return to set up something for these final few seconds of the second quarter.
Probably right now, I have to assume, with that timeout being taken, it's going to be a running play here, Michael. I don't think they will threaten putting this ball in the air.
It's 4th.
It is 4th down?
Yeah, it's 4th down. The scoreboard hasn't corrected itself yet, but the sideline marker says 4th down, so you're going to see the special teams come out for Simon Fraser and see what happens here.
Here we go. Joey Sinclair.
And Curtis Anderson is actually back. It looked like Joey Sinclair was going to be back, but it's Curtis Anderson all the way back, Joey Sinclair being the up man right next to him. Or it's both of them. Who gets it.
So, Mike, when you send them both back like that, you're not probably looking to send – you're not trying to block it. You're trying to actually block and get your guys a lane here. It's a clean snap, no pressure at all.
Build that wall and see what happens.
Big kick. And I'll tell you, Sinclair
great kick.
Bounces back. He picks it up, and there's going to be a push in the back. And I got to tell you, I can tell you, oh, good golly.
That's a forward lateral too.
Yeah, none of this is going to turn out good, Michael. I got to tell you, I almost swallowed my mic when he pushed him in the back, because he wasn't even trying to hide that he was going to push him in the back.
Yeah, and it was unnecessary. He was already outside of that defender. He wasn't going to be able to make a tackle on that one. So yeah, poor special teams play by Western Oregon. And we probably see 1 or 2 plays here before the half.
I got to tell you, Mike, I mean, what a great kick from the punter right there. Kes Mestelar, I mean, just booms it over Sinclair's head. And then Sinclair, whoever his blocker is, had no reason.
Back, number 15 in the receiving team. 10-yard, ball of the foul, first down.
Yeah, it looks like Luis Vecino Jr. He's trying to help his return man, but unfortunately, when you see the back of the player that you're blocking, you're not supposed to touch him. And unfortunately, he did on that play. And we'll see what Western Oregon decides to do. Maybe a quick run to see if Amari Land can pick up a few extra stat padding yards at the end of this half. or if they actually try to do something. We'll see here.
Bunch wide receivers at the bottom of your screen. And they're looking in that direction. They throw it out to Land. They're trying to get him a block. Amari Land goes out of bounds. Now 44 seconds. Wise play there by number 23, having a great game in this first half.
And of most of the players on Western Oregon, a great season so far. He's put up some numbers and doing a great job this year.
Omari is a big rhythm back. He likes to get it. Now a designed run from Ryan Worthley, and Ryan Worthley will be tackled around the 15-yard line. It'll bring up third down, and the clock continues to move.
Yeah, the tackle, Tommy McKeedy, out there trying to lead the way down the field. Unfortunately, Worthley was not able to use his block.
Bring down 3rd and 5. Haven't seen the play clock move either, Michael. It could be as simple as there will be no other plays in the first half.
If I was playing the NCAA football video game, I'd throw a Hail Mary right now. I think that is an option maybe.
It's going to go to halftime. Western Oregon in a commanding position, 27-3 over Simon Fraser. Guest Curtis Anderson coming up on the halftime show here on KWVT Channel 17.
Welcome in here to the Wolves halftime show. We're pleased to be joined today by defensive back and special teams specialist Curtis Anderson. Curtis, good to see you again. Appreciate you swinging by.
Yeah, thank you for having me again, Brian.
Hey, let's just kind of go off of, recently you got another GNAC Player of the Week honor. What do those kind of accolades mean to you throughout the season?
I think that I think every player comes in and they say like it's never about that and it's only team stuff that matters to them. But I think for any athlete, especially once you get to the college level, to have just recognition that you're doing well or to see some of the stuff you're doing on the field be recognized by other people is always kind of nice and something that I think all athletes enjoy. So it was cool, but obviously we have bigger fish to fry and a lot more going on than just that with our team.
I think off of that too, I think it's really nice that you got special teams this last one. You had a defensive one the week before that. How neat is it to kind of get one in each area and show your versatility like you have throughout your career?
Yeah, I mean, that's something I think I've prided myself on since I've been here, is just trying to be able to play wherever they put me. I came at corner. When I came, I played special teams, but I only was, a front wall guy on kickoff. I did every job basically on special teams that a skill position player would do. And so I've just kind of prided myself on being able to play wherever they need me since I've been here. And even this year, it's no different as a senior, moving into nickel and working there and sort of playing will backer and safety. And so it's definitely something that I enjoy doing.
Yeah, that's right. That goes into the next question. As I say, people that haven't seen you play in the past and been watching this year, we've seen you out there kind of in that rover type position. We've seen you up on the line, coming in on blitzes, helping with the run, and also dropping back in coverage. Do you kind of enjoy doing that as well? Where you've kind of broadened, I think, your defensive abilities this year.
Yeah, 100%. I definitely feel like, like I said, I came and started at corner, so I had to work a lot on just man-to-man coverage skills and my ball skills and just playing defense. I was a quarterback in high school. And then switching to safety, it allowed me to play more of that field general role. And now playing the position I've been playing, there's been a small learning curve in trying to become a better blitzer and become better in linebacker-type pass drops. But it's honestly been a blast, and I couldn't enjoy it more. I really love the versatility of that position.
When we kind of saw you last time, we were kind of going through the whole COVID thing, just trying to stay active and get ready. How nice is it now that we've come, a year past that? You guys put in all that work. I'd see you guys out there in the weight room, with Coach Metz and everything, trying to get everything ready. How nice is it to see all that hard work pay off and all you guys that stayed, around and really worked to get this season?
I mean, it's definitely the silver lining in it all is no matter what sort of season your team is having or as an individual you're having, there was a time not that long ago where football in general and college sports in general were just put in a place where they were all really, vulnerable, I guess, so to speak. And so to be now in this position where, obviously COVID is still affecting people and it's still a big deal, but we're basically back to normal in terms of how we operate and the interactions we have with each other and how we travel and stuff. It's night and day, and I'm so happy that we kind of have that normalcy back.
And you kind of touch on that too, going back to that first game. We're getting ready to go out to Colorado Mines. What was the excitement like? Talking to a lot of the guys on the team, you could tell it was almost like the nerves were back. It's been so long since you guys had played. How neat was it when you actually got to travel again as a group, go out there, and then when the ball gets kicked off, you actually got a game going again. How cool was that just to have that feeling back?
Yeah, I mean, I was just telling Minetti like last week that even just that 2 weeks we basically had off from the bye it made me feel like I hadn't played football in a month and a half. So you can imagine when you get, almost 2 years without taking a game rep, that first game back, it's like almost shell shock. Like you just thrown right back in it, and now you're a football player again. And it was exciting, and it's been amazing to kind of just have that love of the game and be able to just go out there and have one more, great season at WOU.
And you guys got to do the gamut on the road too. I mean, it wasn't like we just went down the road and played a few teams, and you guys got to go to Colorado. You went back out to Kingsville again. Got to go up the road to Portland State, and out to Simon. How neat was it to get the chance to play up at Division I? We played really well at Portland State. That was kind of our first de facto home game of the season because it was only an hour and a half away. How neat was it to get to kind of play those guys up at Hillsboro?
Yeah, it was awesome. A lot of guys don't like traveling, so starting our season like that for a lot of people is tough, and it's something that maybe they don't enjoy as much. I love planes and hotels, and I love the individually and as a team, my expectation is sort of the same, and it's just that we'll continue to improve. Honestly, I don't want to see any quit in anybody, any rolling over. In my own game, I feel like part of the benefit of me kind of changing to this position and learning all these new things is that each and every single game I've felt like I've gotten better and I've been able to learn something and grow in that area. And so for these next 3 games, I just want nothing different. I want to continue to feel like every single game until my career at WOU is over, I come out and I get better and better and better and improve and improve. And I hope for our team that the goal is the exact same. I mean, we want to put W's in the win column every time we're out there, but as long as we're continuing to improve, and a lot of those guys aren't in my position. Most of them aren't. They're going to be here for 1, 2, 3 more years, and so it's super important for them that they're not just going out and mailing in these last 3 games, but that they're truly working to get better at their craft and to put the best film they can on tape and just to improve as athletes.
We've seen you kind of touch on that too with that leadership role. How much do you think you kind of take that on this year? Because, we still had a lot of returners, which helped us out a lot, especially on the defense. But we've had some other guys step up, freshmen, and sophomores that you maybe wouldn't have got a chance, put in the work during the COVID year and now are making big plays for this team. How much have you kind of, taken them under their wing and seen them improve throughout the year?
Yeah, I mean, it's been something that's been important to me from the moment I got here. I was picked as a captain my sophomore year, and it was, to this day, is the honor I'm most proud of that I've received at WOU. And so having the ability to be seen as a leader by these guys and to have some influence, and especially like you said, we have a number of young guys, a multitude of them who are just making great plays and who are coming around as football players. And so just instilling in them when they do well to just keep going, keep your foot on the pedal. That is not your ceiling. And then when they do poorly or they're struggling, to just remind them, I've been playing here for a while. In my freshman year, I remember getting beat for double moves and giving up touchdowns at Simon and all sorts of things. So just kind of being that voice of, the future's bright for you and you haven't done anything you can't bounce back from yet.
And then for you, personally, like we've talked about before, playing in the sport of football, might have a chance to still pursue that, once you're done here at WOU. What are kind of your options you're looking at of, how seriously you want to maybe try to pursue playing at the next level?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it goes without saying that any opportunity you get to play the sport you love longer, for me, not even professionally, I think that's doesn't do justice the feeling I have about it, but any opportunity I get to just play more football, to compete more, is something I would cherish and that I would completely take advantage of. So right now, I'm just focused on this season and continuing to improve, continuing to play better and better at not just at a new position, but just on the football field as a football player. There's so many ways each and every game that you can get better and you can impact the game. And just continuing to do that. And then after the season, if there's an opportunity for me or if there's something I can do going forward with football, then there's not a doubt in my mind that I'll seize it and I'll take advantage of it.
All right, Curtis. Well, once again, it's always a pleasure spending time with you. We appreciate you coming by. I wish you appreciate your insights. Good luck the rest of this season, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you here again soon.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it.
Halftime in a very decided and one-sided affair where I think you could have been fooled coming into this game about how badly Western had played the 2 previous weeks. A lot of things get cured when you play Simon Fraser. I know Simon Fraser's trying to do their very best, but Western Oregon putting their best foot together on both sides of the football. I think especially defensively today, they have just been dominant, getting up less than 2 yards a play the entire half. 30 plays for 49 yards. That's unheard of.
Excuse me. They're controlling the line of scrimmage on both sides for the whole game. They've been able to do what they've wanted to Western Oregon. Simon Fraser had some success with the passing game late in the second quarter. They'll try to get that continuing in the second half. But a lot to see what happens in the second half. Western Oregon could come out, score a touchdown in this first drive. The game's probably going to get out of hand for Simon Fraser.
24-point here. Lead at halftime. Andrew Valadares, the only kind of casualty that we saw in the first half, number 4, counterpart to Amari Land, leaving the game with a left knee injury in the first quarter. See Loggins come in to log some time, but I think maybe the big surprise was the platooning between Ryan Worthley and Gannon Winkler, and how effective Winkler was, scoring on the 31-yard touchdown on the first possession and then late in the second quarter.
Yeah, very surprising for us. We didn't know which quarterback was out there just because they were, on the last touchdown, Winkler throws the touchdown and then Worthley is in for the 2-point conversion. It's very fast, so they're coming in and out. But, again, successful for most of this afternoon, like you said.
Teams are getting ready to come back out onto the field. We're going to send it back down into the truck. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back and get you set for the second half here on KWVT, Channel 17.
Proud to announce the top 5 reasons WOU is for you. Small classes mean your professors know you by name. You'll fall in love with our beautiful campus. The campus community will become like family. WOU's degree programs train you for the work you want. Monmouth is one of the safest cities in Oregon. Plan your visit to WOU today.
First half highlights that we can get to and kind of look statistically at this game more in depth. Amari Land, in the first game of this series this season, went for over 200 yards. Amari Land, 10 carries, 69 yards, gets a nice touchdown, averaging nearly 7 yards a touch. Andrew Valladares, before leaving the game for the entirety of the afternoon, 6 carries and 37 yards. And Gannon Winkler, 2 carries, and one of them very effective, a 31-yard touchdown. Dominic Loggins getting into the game.
Real quick, Matt, I think you're a huge Fawns fan, but it's Winker.
Winker. This is terrible. It is. I'm going to go get glasses, Michael. I think that's absolutely the absolute way for me to look at this now. Winker, Winker, Winker. I'm never going to say it differently again. Winker doing great job getting that 31-yard touchdown and throwing a nice touchdown pass to Thomas Wright Jr. late in the second quarter. Western Oregon really establishing their identity today with their ability to get their defense off the field faster than they have all season. We've seen great individual contributions up front from LJ Lovelace and other players. Jalen Parnell always around the ball. Curtis Anderson, Joey Sinclair with the interception. And they are trying to usher in new players like Ulrich Jr., even though he had some troubles with penalties in that second quarter.
James Duane with a sack today. Micaiah Lee with a sack. Anthony Mack Jr. with a sack. Don't hear James Duane's name a lot, so it's nice to see some players stepping up and getting some action today.
I know that I'm the one kind of on the tooting of the horn, but I can tell you that what I see out of Thomas Mack is going to be a very special player, number 47 for this Western Oregon defense. He just seems like as time goes on, maybe he will stay being as a linebacker. Maybe he'll be put in a safety position. Maybe he'll become a down lineman. I don't know, but I can just tell you there isn't a player that I see on either side of the football the last 2 weeks defensively that I've seen that moves quite like he does, and he's able to take quite a bit of a beating. I got to tell you, they did great stuff with this training staff during that halftime up in Ellensburg a week ago, where he seemed to almost look like he couldn't even walk. He got back out there, completed the game, and I thought that was a good thing, and I didn't know if he'd be out here today, but doing a great job. Again, Arn Ferguson and this coaching staff had a decision to make, I think, today, and I think that they've played it quite well. I think Ryan Worthley has accepted that, there is an understudy here now, and if time goes by and he gets more playing time and through practice could find, there could be a quarterback competition to ride out the end of this year.
Well, right now they're tied, at least for this game, both of them with a perfect quarterback rating in the first half, 158.4 for Gannon Winker and Ryan Worthley. So you like even if there is some competition there and maybe somebody might be upset or happy that they're in the game, right now it looks like they're both happy and working their way down the field with very efficiently without any turnovers.
Winker, Bainbridge Island, Washington. Only been there a couple times. Don't quite remember it. I was up in Seattle a few weeks ago with you,
Washington
Michael.
or Bainbridge?
Bainbridge, excuse me. Bainbridge Island. Yeah, we were just up. I mean, we didn't take the ferry over there. We went to the football game, but we were right across the way from it. 6'6" and 185-pound freshman. Again, Winker showing off some assets, throwing and running the football. Again, I think Ryan Worthley, as a junior at the helm, really has taken probably the criticism and the opportunity with the reps that he's gotten this week to come out. Like you said, both of them with perfect quarterback ratings. That's very impressive after having the struggles that they've had the last 2 weeks scoring and keeping their defense off the field against Central Washington. It will be Joey Sinclair and Curtis Anderson going back deep as they will receive the opening kickoff to start this third quarter, leading 27-3. Final conference game for both of these teams. Obviously, a perfect 3-0 slate for Central Washington, and they will be the 2021 GNAC Conference champions. So today's game would be for second place in that conference.
For sure. Shout out to Yang's for our halftime lunch for everybody up in the press booth. As you see the rest of the players coming on the field to start the second half.
Don't get many days on October 30th that are quite this nice. Great day on a college campus. Lots of beautiful.
Yeah, we're just a few days
colors.
out of a storm, so this is fantastic.
You playing meteorologist now, Michael? I mean, it's going to rain. That's all, right?
I said storm. I didn't say bomb cyclone. So I don't think I'm a meteorologist. I think I just pay attention to the weather outside.
Lesser known facts. 15 minutes to start this third quarter here on KWVT.
I thought about being an explorer.
Okay, Dora. Getting ready to kick it off. Curtis Anderson jumping up and down. Joey Sinclair again with an interception in that first half. Curtis Anderson with a couple of tackles. Actually, Curtis Anderson tied with Jalen Parnell for 10 tackles last week, tying for team lead honors. As the Western Oregon Wolves will go back to action and have the opening possession of this third quarter and look maybe to put a very, very, very big dent in Simon Fraser's hope of this being a competitive football game.
But you have Evan Curry, Kimo Hu, Colby Buljevic, Barrett Griffin, the rest of the Simon Fraser defense hoping to step up and make this a closer game in the second half.
Amari Land, 10 carries in the first half for nearly 70 yards and a touchdown. He'll start behind Ryan Worthley. They'll go right to number 23. He'll run up the middle for no gain.
Is that defensive line able to take out the offensive line for Western Oregon, holding it to a short gain? 2nd down and 9 for Western Oregon.
Not many of these situations or situational football plays today, Michael, where Western Oregon been in a 2nd and long situation. Maybe they'll see a return back to Land on this play, or maybe Ryan Worthley will have an opportunity to hit a number of targets in this formation. Land gets it off the right side, again looking for any lane. He'll pick up about 6 yards and make it a 3rd and short on this first possession of the third quarter.
Yeah, and even with the score where it is right now, Western Oregon's probably going to try to work the clock as much as they can, even from the beginning of this third quarter, as you have Amari Land working his way up for a 5-yard gain, setting up 3rd and 3 for Western Oregon. Simon Fraser hoping to get a defensive push, maybe a turnover to get back in this game right now.
No 3-and-outs for the Simon Fraser defense. Western Oregon only having to punt the ball away once in that first half, scoring on 4 of its 5 possessions. They'll give it to Amari Land, and again on second effort, Michael, I think he'll come up maybe a half yard, maybe to a yard short.
See where the spot is from the officials here. Very close for sure. The official gives that fun sighting of a first down, and the chains move.
have to give Omari Land credit on there, and it's one of the things he's gotten so effective at, kind of crouching down behind the big blockers in front of him and just getting low enough to pick up the yardage there. Again, they're going to throw that fullback wrinkle as Loggins goes into the backfield in a more conventional set here. Loggins gets it. He's looking for big room off of that side as he picks up one tackler and carries two of them across midfield.
With Amari and Valadares, very strong, stout running backs as they're around the middle, he pulls a copy of them, able to run down the field and carry three defenders on his back on the way to a first down for Western Oregon. Great way to start this drive early in the third quarter.
Dominique Loggins, redshirt freshman from Tualatin High School, just north here of Monmouth. Loggins stays in the game, and he'll get it back a second time in a row and maybe pick up a yard and a half.
Some great penetration there for Simon Fraser. Reese Huber, linebacker from North Vancouver, British Columbia, able to get right in the backfield, stopping right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, Western Oregon.
Gannon Winker,
thank you.
Back in the game.
Thank you for letting me know. I can't keep up with the quarterback rotation right now. I don't know who's always in there lately.
Winker will take over at 2nd and 10. Western Oregon now on the other side of midfield on the 49-yard line. Winker has got something to it. He really knows how to fake that handoff and tuck it quick, and that's a first down. And this is the second run of 10-plus yards today.
Yeah, that misdirection. You don't know who has the ball coming out of the backfield. And he doesn't look like the fastest quarterback, but he's able to use his big frame, big body, and work his way down, stretch out to get that first down for Western Oregon as the drive continues. Great job for them coming out of the halftime. You want to come out warm, hot, keep it the way you were in the first half, and it looks like they're continuing the same effort right now and same strength against Simon Fraser.
Kind of a back and forth kind of set that the Wolves offense is settled into. As Land gets it off the right side, he'll get away to get to 30, get to 25, try to high step it down to the 20 and get down near the 15, Michael, and that will be another Western Oregon first down.
Great job by the offensive line, able to contain everybody on the outside defenders for Simon Fraser. Amari gets to the outside. Defensive back tries to reach out and grab him, but Amari's too fast. Down the field for a first down for Western Oregon.
Approaching 11 minutes remaining in the third quarter, and Omari Land so far the offensive stalwart today. But again, a wrinkle being shown by the Western Oregon offense is something they can really work with maybe going forward between Worthley and Winker. They'll toss it to Omari Land, and Land, I think, felt like he was going to get hit and almost kind of slip, maybe purposely, maybe to avoid the big hit.
Yeah, that penetration, right away he saw somebody in the backfield. Same as a quarterback who thinks there's somebody about to sack them. He tries to juke a little bit, fortunately loses his footing and gets taken down by himself essentially in the backfield. 2nd and 15 for Western Oregon.
Not many negative plays for this offense and not many negative plays this season for Omari Land. 2nd and long now for the Wolves offense. They were going to hand it to Omari Land, and then Winker gets it, but now they've kind of maybe sort of gone to school, or they're wising up on that particular play as Winker does not get any yardage there.
Yeah, the game is always, as the quarterback, if you see the defensive end collapse, you run it to the outside. If you see the defensive end stop and wait for him, you give it to the running back. Right now, everybody on the defense for Simon, at least on those last two plays, Simon Fraser's defense stepping up, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. Here as it's 3rd and 13, Western Oregon coming to the line.
Play clock now dangerously low. 4, 3, 2, 1. Just getting it off. Now Worthley looking out to his right, goes underneath the Thomas Wright Jr. Jump 10, 5, touchdown diving play by Thomas Wright Jr. Touchdown Wolves, a great start to the second half.
Absolutely great start as he sees a couple of defensive linemen drop back into coverage, but Wright uses his speed, dives into the end zone. Another touchdown for Western Oregon as they look to rout today Simon Fraser.
Winker will stay in. Could be another 2-point conversion opportunity here, Michael. Winker, Loggins, Hickok, Thomas Wright Jr., and Jaron Ford. Single tight end set, now tight end in motion. Winker gonna keep it himself. He'll jump for the pylon. He'll get the 2-point conversion. Wolves now on top, 35-3 in an absolutely fun day for Western Oregon fans here on KWVT, Channel 17.
I am the GNAC, we are the Wolves.
Announcing free, fast and easy application to WOU. Western Oregon University is waiving all application fees for freshmen and transfer students, and transcripts are not required at the time of application. Get your degree, get your diploma at Western. What are you waiting for? Apply today at wou.edu. Western Oregon University, together we succeed.
Great way to start the afternoon for Western Oregon. Their opening possession, after getting a 3-and-out on defense, they were able to get the score early in the first quarter, and they get the opening kickoff, and they take it down the field, Michael, and they are able to punch it into the end zone via a very nice leaping dive by Thomas Wright Jr. for the touchdown reception, and then Winker with the 2-point conversion. Big hole there for Meters. Meters slips again, and you can tell there's maybe some parts of this field today that, even though it's a dry day, maybe a little torn up. Maybe a few miscues today.
As we're getting later in the season, and the field way better at the beginning of the season than the end of the season at most times. But Simon Fraser trying to come out here and get something going, either with their run game or their dink and dunk pass game, which allowed them to get down the field towards the end of the second quarter, assisted with a penalty, but they're going to try to do that again right now.
Onyedinke going to come back out. Cyber, again, getting some rhythm later in that second quarter, goes right to the air. Parnell missing a chance to maybe deflect that pass. Ball comes out, but they're going to let the reception stand, and it will be about a 5 or 6 yard pickup for Simon Fraser.
Riley Morrison, their leading receiver on the season, out of Bothell, Washington, on the reception, a short gain of 4 yards. But he's able to work his way down the field, looking as the season goes along for maybe some GNAC mentions by the end of the season.
Yeah, it could be getting some hardware there, Michael. 41 receptions coming into the game, 378 yards, averaging just about 9.2 yards per attempt. Bad snap, ball on the ground. You can't pick it up. LJ Lovelace wanted to score 6 there. Penalty flags, though, all over the field.
Yeah, it looked like a false start as he was pointing at the offensive tackle and saying that he stepped off sides, but when the ball was snapped and hit the quarterback's head, he jumped on it, so we'll see what the referees decide. Quite the long conversation here. I think it's going to be a false start if I had to guess.
Which nullifies the play, Michael?
The play never happened.
Exactly. So it nullifies it. Yeah, it doesn't exist.
Trying to correct me?
I guess. I know you'd beat me to crossword.
I would beat you at every single crossword. What are you talking about?
I don't understand them at all. The clues are weird. They really are talking this one over. I mean, it seemed as simple as to me if it is a false start. This is...
somebody's not happy in the crowd.
Well, they're writing notes down about it. Maybe it's going to be a lengthy speech. Oh, he didn't turn on his microphone.
False start. Offense, number 23. 5-yard penalty. Repeat the down. Timer, please add 5 seconds. 8:37 on my whistle.
I believe I said that at the beginning, just
I know,
for clarification.
Again, Michael, you're always right. So it'll back up 5 yards after what should have just been false start. Move it back 5 yards. Bringing up second down, and it looks to be 11 yards. Pressure being shown up front again, but Western. Little bit of running room there for Simon Fraser, but again, they just have not been able to get much going in that direction at all.
Yeah, just picking up a little bit of the yards they just lost on that false start. And again, at least it's inside of 10 yards as opposed to some of the 3rd and 20s and 3rd and 15s they had earlier. But important for Simon Fraser to try to stay in this game or come back in this game for them to score on this drive and pick up first down is the beginning of that right now.
Paul Thomas gets the carry. He'll stay in the game. Justin Cyber now needing to push this ball close to midfield. Cyber, though, comes back underneath, has a man open, and Micaiah Lee comes up. And great individual tackle, but not before Simon Fraser gets a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, as it looks like there was some miscommunication. The running back comes out of the backfield wide open. And you're right, Lee able to wrap up and knock him down, but just past the first down marker for Simon Fraser as Simon Fraser tries to get this drive going, 1st and 10 for them.
Kind of an eye test for me when I do look down at Micaiah Lee, and he's kind of just dressing his sleeves. He looks the part of a defensive back, and he plays much bigger than his frame will suggest now as he's in one-on-one coverage, sending the tight end in motion. Cyber is going to throw, looking up over the top, lofting it. Ulrich Jr. in trouble again. Michael, again, not getting his head around, and lucky they didn't call another penalty there.
Yeah, he's running stride for stride down the field, but you're right, he hasn't turned around. But this time he was able to get his hand up after contact with the ball and the receiver and knock the ball away. Bring up a 2nd and 10 for Simon Fraser. Simon Fraser still trying to get their passing game going consistently this game. It's nothing that's happened so far, but definitely not dipping in any run games for them right now. So Western Oregon just kind of sit back and try to stop the pass.
On their own 45, Cyber looking to his right, stepping back up into the pocket, trying to run. Parnell meets him right about the line of scrimmage as Cyber went to slide. I think that's a bang-bang play. No flags, but it could be one of the players, and it probably is Cyber that took the brunt of it, could be hurt.
Yeah, as you said, Parnell on the tackle. Parnell was timing that one out the whole entire time, and Cyber decided to slide at the last second. Unfortunately for him, it was too late, and looks like he is coming up an injury, but he's jumping up very quickly, but we'll see how it goes for the rest of the game.
He'll head to the sideline. Brandon Nixic,
who we saw a couple of years ago.
6'5" sophomore, 180-pounder.
The last Simon Fraser home game for Western Oregon, Nixic played quite a bit during that game.
And they will bring Nixic in right now, as they will probably go through some protocols to make sure that their starting quarterback, Justin Cyber, is fine and there are no concussion-like symptoms at this time. Nixic now sees pressure and just throws it out of bounds, Michael. I mean, almost had zero intention.
And Western Oregon definitely knew what was going on that play. On this side, Micaiah Lee was 10 yards off the receiver, and they ran the other way, so they had a great plan on that play. Special teams for both teams come out. Looks like you're going to get a change of possession here shortly.
They're going to send Curtis Anderson and Joey Sinclair back, as Mestelar will kick the ball away for the 3rd time this afternoon. Something I've been kind of waiting to see. Maybe we'll get to see it here. Is something out of their special teams. Very, very, very small kick. No yards. Really gets a favorable bounce, Michael, but I don't even know if that went 25 yards.
They may have felt a little bit rushed there, as it looked like a lot of Western Oregon defenders were working their way up the field, but yeah, lucky to get that bounce. Probably got another 10 yards off of that to make it a more reasonable punt.
Well, like the start of this game, Western Oregon riding the momentum of going down the field and scoring very quickly on their opening drive, and now they will bring Gannon Winker out again. And again, most of the time when we see him, the wrinkle is him tucking the ball and running as they'll send Ford and the tight end in motion. They're going to give it to Land. Land turns it, it's Dominique Loggins going up to the 39-yard line. Something that you can see all of the things that the running backs do here, Mike, is they look for that cutback lane.
That cutback lane, a great job by Simon Fraser defenders just sitting in that hole and able to gang tackle there, take him down, hold him to just a 6-yard gain where Amari Land looked like he may have had some promise coming through the offensive line.
Worthley back into the game. Loggins getting to log more time, and it could be something that we'll be seeing for the rest of the season. We do not know the extent of Andrew Valadares' injury as of yet, as the team will travel to Nebraska next week, and Loggins hits a big chunk yardage. And something you can see in his running style is that when he hits the hole, he's running.
He's definitely running. He's got some speed when he gets past that first tier of defenders.
Pushing the ball into Simon Fraser territory.
Kyle Holsch trying to make the tackle there, but he actually drags him with him. And great job by the offensive line there to open up a big hole and get another first down for Western Oregon.
Winker
offense.
must have done what he needed to do. Worthley must have needed to do what he needed to do. Wyatt Harsh now playing quarterback for this team. Now all three quarterbacks. He'll pitch it out to Loggins. Loggins now looking for cutback lane. Hits the 35, and was looking for pay dirt. And you can sense maybe a little bit of a demoralization coming out of Simon Fraser right now, that if Western Oregon wants to run the ball at them the rest of this day, there's not much they can do about it.
They might be demoralized, also just exhausted. They haven't been able to get any stops most of the game, and the Western Oregon offense is running downhill. Between the offensive linemen for Western Oregon, Edward Tuafasu, Vilima Hafuku, Jacob Pruitt, Josh McKay, and Tommy McKeedy, they've been owning this game so far.
Watching this quarterback carousel go again, Winker comes back into the game.
And I really appreciate you keeping up, up to date with me, because I can't
carousel,
see it sometimes. If they're turned the wrong way for a second, I think it's somebody else. Just the numbers, you can only see the ones in the front.
I think I've been watching the sideline a lot, Michael. I think I'm trying to get my cue from them, because they like to stand together.
And Worthley's back in the game. I caught it this time.
Somebody's back. Okay, all right. Thanks, Mike. Sending the fullback in motion. Little fake. They'll give it to Land. Land goes forward. Again, maybe one of his most kind of pedestrian runs of the day. Things I can see out here today that are very, very positive. I think Trey Shima-Bakuro and anybody on that offensive staff wanted to see them finally just do what they like to do. And you could say, yes, it's the opponent, but they got some things in late last week that you could see some growth and maturity in this offensive line. And today, I think, is one of those fun days for an offensive lineman, because they know they're going to get rewarded.
Yeah, most definitely. And again, it was 24-7 in their last game, so right away you see some improvement by Western Oregon just with the score on the scoreboard right now.
There he goes. 23, 10, 5. Ooh, he was so close.
So close as they hand it off inside, and Omari's looking down the field, trying to find his way down the field, sees if he has any blockers. Unfortunately, there was one blocker there that didn't see the defender. It was Hickok again, but down the field, Amari Land down to the 1-yard line, first and goal for Western Oregon.
Amari Land, 31 yards on the carry now, well over 100 yards, and maybe, Michael, on his way to another 200-yard performance against Simon Fraser, maybe his favorite opponent of any year when he's around. Land now off the right side, forces himself, trying to get himself in. Offensive lineman indicating a touchdown, and now they're saying ball out, and it could be Simon Fraser's ball.
It looks like the ball is just down on the 1-yard line. They put up the fist to say it's second down. The clock's starting to roll. Second down and goal for Western Oregon.
Got to go for the old Walter Payton play here, Michael. Got to see if he can fly over the top.
Don't see that much anymore. I missed that one. I think a lot of broken shoulders from that one, unfortunately.
So you're saying it's a dangerous play.
A lot of broken shoulders, collarbones and such.
Land now 7 yards deep on the 1 yard line under 2 minutes. Already up 35-3, seeing if they can get over that 40-point. Worthley to the back of the end zone. It's a touchdown, Wolves. And it's something that you have not seen, and that is somebody like Austin Goldstein in that tight end position at the back of the end zone.
Yeah, as he rolls out, I see Austin Goldstein put his hand up. He's open. He knows come on, get it to me, and he does. Touchdown, Wolves, as they continue the onslaught today that they're having right now.
They're having a really fun day, and I think they're getting to work in some things that they have been waiting to see. And I think, yes, this is a competitive football game. You know you're getting the very best that you can from Simon Fraser, but Western Oregon just having a good day and very, very fundamentally sound as it goes through the uprights, and it is now 42-3. We'll be back for the conclusion of the third quarter coming up on KWVT Channel 17.
Imagine an historic college in a small town where you spend your days making music and working with outstanding faculty. Imagine a university with composer workshops, a professional audio studio, band, orchestra, jazz, choral, and percussion festivals. A place where you create memories and perform around the world. Imagine yourself at Western Oregon University, then make it a reality. Learn more at wou.edu/music.
Amari Land with a wonderful 31-yard touchdown run that sets up the Austin Goldstein 1-yard pass from Ryan Worthley. 42-3 Wolves all over Simon Fraser this afternoon, and what I guess you could call the elixir. Western Oregon in those two games gave up nearly 100 points against the Wildcats, and today their defense only surrendering a field goal as Meters gets it. Again, trying to cut back, but nothing there. And again, a player that I am going to tell you to watch out for is London Smalley as time goes on.
And it looks like there's a flag on the field, a very, very late flag, so maybe some personal roughness, some bad horseplay, if you will. We'll find out shortly.
Shenanigans. Looks like they do want to move the ball backwards, Michael.
Or just a good old-fashioned clip. Legal block.
Simon Fraser right now with 1 minute and 37 seconds trailing by 39, Michael. If you cannot run the football and if your starting quarterback might be out, what's the recipe to try to get any sort of
After
rhythm?
the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, kicking team number 41. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, receiving team number 1, penalties offset. First down.
Interesting. We don't get many offsetting penalties.
Not many offsetting penalties. People were tugging at each other after the play. Fortunately, they don't kick anybody out, and they just let them continue to play. But they got to keep some control on the field and make sure everybody knows that they got to stop what they're doing right there.
Darren Ulrich Jr., we've mentioned him several times today on the bottom of your screen. Probably going to get some opportunities to really work on that defensive back position that they've moved him to this week. Sinclair coming to the right side, and they're going to run the ball, but nothing happening there for Simon Fraser, as it looks like it's Lovelace in the backfield with the tackle.
Lovelace with a great open field tackle. The running back should be faster than him, but unfortunately he wasn't on that play. Lovelace with a 2-yard loss on that play, setting up a 2nd and 12 for Simon Fraser.
I haven't talked to the players, Michael, but I can just tell you in demeanor when I see LJ Lovelace, whether we're here in Monmouth or we're on the road, he seems to enjoy the game of football. Has just a way about him that he plays. every down about as hard as you can play. Good to see that tackle for loss. It will be a loss of 2 as we head under a minute remaining here in the third quarter. Nixich now being flushed out. He's in trouble, Mike. He's retreating to the end zone now. Has nowhere to throw it. Gets to the sideline. And they're going to give him the reception, maybe?
I mean, you would hope as the receiver there, you drop the ball as he's 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. But as Nixich, who was, if I remember correctly, a couple years ago, he had some good plays with his legs running around a little bit, but this time was able to get out of the way of the defenders, but throws for an 8-yard loss.
Again, amazing. Thomas Mack Jr. out there pushing him out of bounds as the clock continues to roll, and we head towards 20 seconds in what has been a very fast game today. Wolves on top by 39, 42-3. This looks to be the last play potentially of the third quarter. Again, chased out, and Nixich trying to get it up into the air. He'll throw it out of bounds. 6 seconds, Michael. And that was 3rd down and 18, and now they are going to have to punt from out of their end zone.
You see there's a big drop-off from the starting quarterback to the backup for Simon Fraser. Western Oregon dropping their defenders. Nobody's open. He's running for his life. Special teams comes back out. Western Oregon should set up with great field position after this punt.
6 seconds remaining. Punt to end the third quarter. Keys Mestelar coming back out. He's had a busy day padding the stats for Curtis Anderson and Joey Sinclair. Short kick again. And it will bring us to zeros, and Western Oregon will play out the entirety of this fourth quarter, leading 42-3 here on KWVT, Channel 17.
Are you interested in pursuing a law degree, but worry about tuition costs? Western Oregon University and Willamette University's College of Law have teamed up to give qualifying WOU undergraduate students and alumni a $10,000 renewable scholarship. Each year you're enrolled at Willamette Law and remain in good standing, you'll receive $10,000 to offset tuition. Now, obtaining a law degree is possible. Western Oregon University and Willamette Law. Together, we succeed.
2020 brought many changes. Maybe you've thought about controlling your changes in 2021. Changing your career? Looking for advancement? Want to become a licensed teacher in Oregon? Western Oregon University offers what you need to succeed. Flexibility, strong academic mentorship, affordability. Say hello to change. Get your master's between walks from WOU. Western Oregon University online graduate programs. Anywhere, anytime.
Welcome back to the start of the fourth quarter, where we will see, again, the trio of quarterbacks. Wyatt Harsh now starting, number 12, with Dominique Loggins in the backfield. Actually, Michael, that's not Dominique Loggins? No, it is Dominique Loggins. Like I said, I had a feeling we were going to see a lot of different players today.
Yeah, a lot of chances for some of the younger players, some of the backups to get in the game now, with a 39-point lead for Western Oregon. Very interesting, the statistics so far. Rushing for Western Oregon, 37 carries for 256 yards, 91 yards passing. Very similar to the same action that they had against Simon Fraser earlier this season. Run the ball. Very limited passing. It hasn't been necessary against Simon Fraser.
But some of the passing that they've done today have been quite effective and done in a nice way. Look at Loggins go, Michael. I got to tell you, not a terrible drop-off, in my opinion.
Yeah,
from Andrew Valadares.
Not terrible at all. There's other terrible things in this world, but this isn't one of them. But he gets up the field. Again, great job by the offensive line. You got to give them a lot of credit today, controlling the offensive line, pushing the defenders down the field. Barrett, you haven't heard his name a lot for Simon Fraser, their leading tackler, but they're not letting him get in the backfield at all, as you get a 1st and 10 for Western Oregon.
Wyatt Harsh maybe have an opportunity to throw here on a new set of fresh downs, but it looks like a running set again. Harsh wants to keep it himself this time.
Just a very short gain for Harsh on that play. as this time the defensive line for Simon Fraser did step up and hold him to very little. 2nd and 10 for Western Oregon. Still basically the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Wyatt Harsh has been a great teammate throughout this season. He'll be on the sideline continuously relaying plays to Ryan Worthley, and now getting an opportunity to get some playing time. Yes, he'll show a different wrinkle. He definitely wants to run the ball, and he's going to have to, and he's going to slip. Again, footing been a real issue, and right there, kind of doomed from the start, Michael.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, as the ball got away from him, and then his footing got away from him. A big loss for Western Oregon on that play, setting up a 3rd and 17 to try to pick up the first down here. Have you decided what you're going to be for Halloween yet this year?
I have not, Michael.
Okay, just curious.
Have you decided what you're going to be for Halloween?
I think Steven the Spaceman. I'm not sure, though.
Look up your 1980s, folks. That's a deep, deep reference. Loggins, though, just a burst of speed, Michael. And I mean, I don't know if you're going to send out the field goal unit or you're going to go for it here on 4th.
At this point, I don't think it would hurt to go for it. It looks like they're sending out some different unit out there.
Here we go. We're going to get to see a fairly decent-sized kick here, Michael. Maybe about a 45-yarder. No, maybe a little bit less. Maybe 42. Can't tell where I'm marked, Michael. Am I on the 26?
Looks like 26.
So I'm looking at a 43-yard attempt for Danny Cosette, the freshman. Been waiting for this moment for a minute. Good snap. Good leg. And just wide right. It'll be turned over on possessions there, Michael, on downs. Good to see him get out there. I mean, those guys, the kicker practices a bunch too. He wants to get out there and put the points on the board.
A decent wind on that play that he was kicking into, so very close. Maybe if the wind was blowing the other way, he might have made that one. But
the wind's been swirling. Sometimes it's been downwind that direction.
And so, we'll see what Simon Fraser can do on this drive. See if they can change it up and get some more points. Maybe a touchdown on the board.
Nix is back in the game. Michael, I love you. You are such a good friend to me right now. Simon Fraser going to go out with a bang, I think. Hopefully they're going to be able to get some momentum here. They're going to go a nice screen little game. They set up a good block, and they've got room to run. They'll take it out to the 40-yard line. And again, something you can just tell. They want to get their stuff going. And it was nice to see that Simon Fraser getting the ball down the field and moving towards midfield.
As you see, the screen is being set up in a great job. The offensive line down the field, allowing him to get down the field, a little tripped up, but a good pickup there for first down for Simon Fraser, something they haven't had that many of so far this game.
No, we haven't, and it's like I said, I think now as this game wears on, they're going to need to have small victories, and some of those victories have come from Paul Thomas today. Nixich fumbles it a little bit out of his hands, but gets it back, and the pass a little bit too high for meters. Micaiah Lee on the defense.
And as you say, the drop-off from the starting quarterback to the backup, Nixich. And Nixich looks like he's not very comfortable in the pocket right now, looking to get rid of the ball real fast, not letting the receivers set up their routes. We'll see this again, 2nd and 10 for Simon Fraser.
James Duane checking back into the game, really having an impact and getting some needed playing time for this Wolves defense, number 34. Curtis Anderson kind of showing pressure from the DB position, but kind of more there as a spy. There's no gain on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and long here for Simon Fraser.
Yeah, Blake Swanson able to get close to that tackle. Blake Swanson from Pendleton, Oregon. Holding up right at the line of scrimmage, so you'll see a 3rd and 9 for Simon Fraser.
Mason Glover was the carrier of that play. Now Nixich checking his forearm for the play that was signaled in from the sideline. He'll bring 3 wide receivers out to his right-hand side. 4-man rush He'll step up in the pocket, keep his help behind it, and a nice play by Meters. He threaded a needle on that play. He threw that in between 3 players.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be picked off just because there were so many defenders there, but a great pass to get it over there in the middle. Again, quick out of the pocket, but this time he finds a wide open receiver in Meters, who has to be one of the players of the game for Simon Fraser today. We've said his name quite a bit, not just on special teams. He's had a great job on offenses when he has had a chance to get the ball.
Most of the starters still out on that field for Western Oregon. I think they are in a very prideful situation as a team. They'd like to see if they can keep the opponent out of the end zone. Nixich has to throw it underneath. Incomplete pass, but I think there is some source of pride that this defense is taking, maybe that they can keep them out of the end zone this afternoon.
Oh, well, always. And not even just pride, just sometimes it's rage. I've seen people freak out if they lose that shutout or the no touchdown in the fourth quarter. It's definitely a thing. Even when the backups go out there, the starters are on them every second to make sure they keep them out of the end zone.
Does that cost you like replacing a remote control, Michael, like when that happens to you?
I've seen somebody get sick from their rage.
Gotcha, I understand. It's going to be a pass. Everybody was yelling it on the sideline.
It's the excitement the players get because they're not betting on games. They're not allowed to bet on games. It's not a thing, but you still have that juice when there's less than a touchdown on the board. You want to keep the other team from not getting in the end zone. The juice. It's what everybody wants. The action.
Bring up 3rd and about, I'd say 6, maybe 7. They should have given a couple yards on that play. Underneath 9 minutes, but you will know probably at this standpoint it'll be 4 downs for Simon Fraser, trailing by 39 points. Nixich now in trouble, keeps his ground, now plants his feet, gets it downfield. Curtis Anderson showing his quite athletic, jumping over the
boundary there.
The boundary, that was
the
pretty
flag
impressive.
Boundary. Yeah, Nixich again, just having to get out of the pocket real fast, running to the sideline, looking for an open receiver, and just throws it up in the air, hoping his man could outrun the rest of the defense. But on that play, it does not, bringing up a 4th and 8. With 8:36 left in the game right here.
Nixich stays out on the field.
Big play for Simon Fraser here, only the second time inside Western Oregon territory. See if they can keep their drive continued.
Ball needs to get to the 34 or beyond. And there is going to be a timeout, and we will take a short break here
Simon
on
Fraser,
KWVT.
first
Channel
charge of the
17.
half.
We'll be back for more fourth
Full
quarter action
timeout.
coming up.
Buy what they're selling.
We're proud to announce the top 5 reasons WOU is for you. Small classes mean your professors know you by name. You'll fall in love with our beautiful campus. The campus community will become like family. WOU's degree programs train you for the work you want. Monmouth is one of the safest cities in Oregon. Plan your visit to WOU today.
Red Hat removed from the field, 39-point lead in a very important moment for Simon Fraser. If you can have an important moment when you're trailing by 39. They are 4th and 8, needing to get the ball inside. 34-yard line, Nixich, nice pass out to the outside, just led his man a little too much, and it'll be turned over back to Western Oregon on downs.
Yeah, unfortunate for Nixich there with the play that was called. If he would have got the ball away just a little bit sooner, it looked like the receivers, when they're heading towards the sideline, may have had a shot. But he throws it a little late there. over the head of the receiver. Turnover on downs, Western Oregon. We'll see if they have any changes on the offense as getting late here in the fourth quarter with a 39-point lead. Let's see if we get some younger players getting in the game.
Very much so, Michael, and I can tell you right now, it will start with the receiving core. You see London Smalley. You'll see number 85, Blake Davis. You got Dominic Loggins, now Wyatt Harsh getting a good block, turning it up the middle. He'll maybe get a yard on the play. And Simon Fraser very disciplined on his defensive line on that particular small run.
Very short run on there. Keating Hinckley, the offensive lineman from Wilson High School in Portland, Oregon. Great block on that play. But
they don't call it Wilson High School anymore.
What do they call it?
It's Ida something. I can't remember. It's not named Wilson anymore.
Huh.
Loggins now kind of in that familiar position that we see of running backs here, about 7 yards deep. He'll get the handoff. He'll get nothing.
That's Evan Noli from New Westminster, British Columbia. New Westminster Secondary High School, able to get into that backfield real fast. Tackle at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 8 for Western Oregon as they're working on that clock. 7:30 left in the game.
Andre Martinez wearing number 7 now in the game. You'll see him on special teams, but good to see him out there on this 3rd down and 8 from the 40-yard line. Harsh in the Western Oregon offense will have to take it to the 48-yard line to extend this drive. Harsh now getting it back out, finds a receiver, looking for a block. Here comes a late penalty flag.
It'll be that block in the back where he caught the ball.
Logan Reese was able to get that, and then Michael says it will be brought back by a penalty.
Or decline just so it's a turn 4th down.
4th down.
Sorry, I'll get that one out eventually. Starting to think about what I'm going to dress up for Halloween tomorrow. So
you still trick or treat, eh, Mike?
Illegal block in the back. Offense number 7. Penalties declined. 4th down.
I saw a good costume today. Santa Ken.
Santa Ken's a good one.
Wizard World Nikki.
Yeah.
Did you see that one?
I did see Wizard World Nikki.
I don't think it's technically Wizard World. I think there's another name for it, but I'm not good with those things.
Big thanks to everybody at KWVT.
Thinking Man Tony. Thinking Man Tony is a good one.
Yeah, Thinking Man Tony's a good one. Also, Tech Tony. I like that one.
Yeah, just sitting there, Tony. That's a good one.
Just sitting there, Tony. No, great job, everybody. Beautiful day, and we can't do this and can't thank you enough every week that we get to do this. As the kick goes away and fair caught by Simon Fraser. Andrew Gross, disgusted with himself, clapping as he comes off the field, the punter for.
And for everybody listening or watching, remember we only have one more home game left for Western Oregon. If you can't make it out here to Monmouth in 2 weeks, I believe the 13th. Is that correct?
November the 13th,
November
105
the 13th.
kickoff, yep.
Same crew, same team. Got a new college football team playing up here in 2 weeks.
There'll be a lot of learning on that. I'm actually headed on the road. I've been following them throughout the season. I'll be headed to Chadron, Nebraska, which if you want to know where that's at, it's in northeastern Nebraska. Nixich underneath, Parnell on the defense. Incomplete pass as it was intended for meters. I'm excited to take the trip. Might be a little bit chilly out there in the middle of the country.
Yeah, it snows and gets cold there.
Weather's supposed to be decent, so kind of like this. Low 50s, maybe not quite as warm as today, but beautiful day overall.
Somehow Nebraska's a Big Ten team, so of course it's going to snow and be cold there. But
that would be awesome. I would love that. Approaching now, 6.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Western Oregon ahead handily, 42-3. Curtis Anderson was looking for a big play there, and Nixich kind of put him out of his shoes.
Nixich put him out of his shoes as he's trying to time the snap and try to get in the backfield real quick. Unfortunately, he was the contain on that play. But a great job on the defense for Western Oregon by Louis Vicino Jr., able to fight his receiver that he is guarding and not letting Nixich out, get to that corner, making it a short gain, and 3rd and 8 for Simon Fraser here with just a little over 6 minutes left in the game.
Now we're seeing some real personnel changes as Sinclair and Curtis Anderson come off the field. Nixich now looking down the sideline, diving for it.
And unfortunately for Simon Fraser, he actually had a decent amount of time on that play. Just led his receiver too much over the outstretched arms of the receiver, and it'll be another 4th down for Simon Fraser as they send the punt team out right now.
Sam Davenport diving for it. As I said, Sinclair and Anderson out of the game. They will come back out in their familiar position, either on kickoff returns or punting.
Yeah, the 7th punt for Simon Fraser.
Low snap, but gets a good kick away. Sinclair gets it right on the GNAC emblem, hits the 30, tries to spin away, and a good special teams tackle from Simon Fraser to take away any running lane from Joey Sinclair. And both of them all season, both him and Curtis Anderson 2 years ago had a phenomenal special teams year, but they just haven't quite hit their rhythm there or the big play that they've been looking for. Joey Sinclair, though, on the season, Michael, again, finding his way around the football, a great defensive player. We really enjoy seeing his dad before and after games here. Mr. Sinclair, if you're out there, hope to see you after the game and say hello. Joey, great season so far. Western Oregon enjoying probably their easiest day on the gridiron this fall, leading 42-3. Harsh bumbles the snap. Kind of takes the timing away from Loggins as we now move to the 5.5-minute mark left in the 4th quarter.
And you have the leading tackler for Simon Fraser, Griffith Barrett, and he's still out in the game right now, making the tackle on that play right at the line of scrimmage, possibly a little bit of a loss.
So far, they've only kind of let Harsh just basically kind of throw the quick out on the screen. Maybe they'll get an opportunity here with some upfront blocking and maybe good scheme to maybe get the ball down the field. It's 2nd down and 10 on the 27.
Just to see if maybe they can break 100 yards passing, as they only have 95 right now. They haven't needed it, though, either.
Again, kind of what I'd call a masterful game plan. They've done it in both games, Michael, but the game on Thursday night in the NFL, all 3 of the top receivers for Green Bay are down, and they decidedly said we're going to run the football. And the time of possession that they had in that game, I think, was the big difference in probably even how the game ended. So unfortunately for Arizona, but the game plan from Matt LaFleur and Green Bay, masterful. And I think that I laughed about it today, but I said, are you guys going to hand the ball off 60 times?
Yeah, again, it worked the first time they played. You might as well, until it gets stopped, you might as well continue to do it as you get another pass.
Harsh gets it over the middle to, I'll tell you, about as big a tight end as I've seen him out on the field. David, sorry, I'm getting the bad eyes, Mike. Sotelo?
I believe so, yes.
David Sotelo, first reception of the game. Again, something in this offense I'd love to see more of. I like it just in general, Mike. I always love it when you have the outlet basically in your tight end that you can put over the middle.
6'5", 255-pound junior from Snoqualmie, Washington. But yeah, he's able just to truck his way down the field. Another 1st down for Western Oregon, over 100 yards passing to go along with their almost 400 yards rushing. And that field, you're right, that field is definitely falling apart today.
Rains from earlier in the week don't really dry out today. Wind never really became too much of a factor because you're right, they didn't have to throw the ball very much. And again, heading towards the 3-minute mark, just a commanding performance, I said, from their defense from the start. Western Oregon has a good chance to keep Simon Fraser out of the end zone. You can hang your hat on that. And then the offensive line, again, I think at the latter part of the game last week against Central Washington, I think they started to figure out a few things. And again, it helps with the opponent. Loggins gets it back again, right side, right around the 50, trying to turn it up. And man, just drags people. I'll tell you, of the 3 backs, Mike, he definitely is the one that's got the biggest upside in regards to speed.
Yeah, he's very, very, very quick. We can see that right now. And it's good for him to get in the game. It might get him some more playing time in these last few games of the season. And you also have to give credit to the backup offensive linemen, Anthony Orlando, Zach Zumwait, Fernando Salazar, Keating Hinckley, and Brad Patnaud, just as the offensive starters did, allowing Western Oregon to work that clock down this final 2 minutes of the game.
Amari Land back in the game. He'll run off the left side, cut it back up the middle, and tell you, if he had just a smaller crease, I would tell you, it would have been very hard to stop him. I was very impressed with Omari, again, last week in that loss. Just the way that he competed throughout the game. It was about this spot on the field where he took 4 players and just said, I'm going to go to the end zone. And he's had himself another splendid afternoon. Now 300-plus yards of total rushing in 2 games.
Yeah,
against
138 yards for Amari Land. As you see the Western Oregon players looking to the sideline, knowing that they're just trying to work out the clock at this point. Amari Land out of the game just to make sure he doesn't get injured.
Loggins comes back in, again, with a host of young talent for the future. Martinez gets it. And I've been waiting to see this guy play because I love how he plays on special teams. He gets after it. Great teammate, always there to pick everybody up. Nice to see the young man get his first reception this afternoon.
Yes, they do that run-pass option, but it looked like they were going past the whole time. Smart job of him to stay in bounds as he was running down that sideline. You want him to stay in bounds to keep the clock moving. He does a great job of that. 1st and 10, Western Oregon, just a minute left in this game. Probably one more play left in this game.
To Mr. Martinez, I am sorry that Lake Oswego beat your Lake Ridge team last night.
Yeah, I think same thing to there's a Simon Fraser player from Lake Ridge High School of Lake Oswego, Oregon, Kai Tinker. Sorry about Lake Ridge losing last night.
As Michael and I are a couple of 1995 graduates of Lake Oswego High School. Congratulations to Steve Corey, one of the class acts in the state of Oregon, and obviously all of the great football that we have a chance to see in the state of Oregon and beyond. Steve Corey is very responsible for that, not just for Michael and I having the good fortune to be around him when we were in high school, but future classes, as now the teams will go out and do the sportsmanlike thing. Western Oregon, I think, came here to have what I call more than a scrimmage. It was a football game, Michael, but I think they came here with an intent today to do something that maybe they didn't know they could do, which was run the ball that effectively and then keep a team completely out of the end zone for an entire game.
And they did it. And they did it very well. The same as this first game, except the score is almost doubled. So good job by Western Oregon, and good luck for Simon Fraser in the future as they continue to build their program.
As we look forward to our final broadcast, it will be November 13th at 1:05 p.m. on KWVT Channel 17. On behalf of myself, Matthew Palumbo, Michael Brown, Director Ken Louis Tag, and everybody here at Western Oregon and KWVT, have a great day, everybody, and be well.